We gotta keep that same energy. We gotta keep that same energy with Gervonta Tank Davis that we do with everybody else. We don't switch up. The energy stays the same. The energy stays consistent. And I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. I've been seeing all over social media. I've been seeing all in my comment section every single day. There's a new Gervonta Tank Davis fanboy born. And the worst part about it is you can be a Tank fan. I like Tank Davis. I don't have no hate towards Tank, but the one thing I got to do is keep the same energy. Tank Davis' resume is garbage on wheat. That's what his resume is. His resume is garbage on a torta. That's what it is. His resume is ass juice. His resume is caca. His resume is a Snickers with the dick vein. That's what his resume is. Now, the fact that some people come out and say, oh, Tank Davis is a pound for pound fighter. Anybody that thinks Tank Davis is a pound for pound fighter must get moist at the sound of his voice because you're delusional. Anybody that thinks Tank Davis has proven himself to be an elite fighter must get moist at the sound of his voice. Anybody that thinks Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, has proven he's one of the best fighters with a great resume, or that Tank Davis is the face of boxing, then they are, in fact, the biggest dumbass in the world. And there's a lot of channels, there's a lot of fanboys, there's a lot of idiots, trolls, morons, dummies. And I'm going to tell you, all of those people are filthy animals because you got to be a different kind of stupid to believe Tank Davis is a king, is a killer with a resume that's nothing but doo-doo butter. That's what his resume is. I've literally had people sit up here, I promise you, threatened me. I've been threatened over Gervonta Tank Davis. I've heard people threaten me over Tank Davis. Don't expose him. We're gonna have a problem. How about I expose you, IBFP? So wait a minute. You want to hold a man's nuts so bad that you want to threaten me over talking about this man's resume? We talking boxing, but you talking about exposing me? What? Are you serious? So you willing to go at it with another man just to hold Tank Davis nuts? I've never seen anything like it. These level of Tank supporters have literally lost their mind. They've literally lost their mind. They've lost their mind, and it doesn't make any sense. It's really disappointing how stupid boxing fans are. First, they started the narrative that Tank Davis is the face of boxing. When has Tank Davis been on the Forbes list? Never. They literally saying that this man is the face of boxing and he's never been on the Forbes list. How are you the face of boxing and you've never touched the Forbes list? He's not above Anthony Joshua. He's not above Canelo Alvarez, but somehow people want to call him the face of boxing because Ryan Garcia helped this man sell 1 million pay-per-view buys, but he's the face of boxing? Are you serious? You can't be this stupid. You can't be this stupid. Okay. And then you get a lot of people talking about his resume. His resume is so great, and they like to bring up Ryan Garcia beating Devin Haney. Let me make one thing clear. Ryan Garcia beating Devin Haney is by no means a reflection on what Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia did. First off, Tank Davis put every stipulation and weight clause he could on Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis admitted that Ryan Garcia is a one-trick pony and trash skill-wise. And even Ryan Garcia has never won a world title. So your claim to fame is beating a weight drain, unskilled, a never champion in Ryan Garcia. And just because he beat Devin Haney, you think that means you did? You don't get a cookie for that, dumbass. Anybody on their knees praising Tank Davis after that has to be zesty because I don't know what to call it. Wipe your mouth off, you filthy animal. I mean, it don't make any sense. It does not make any sense. My brother Untouchable Raider 1960, he says illegal stream links is a problem in sports, especially boxing. as well as the NFL, the MLB, the NBA, and the UFC have the same problem, but a big problem in boxing. That's 100% correct. I mean, think about it like this: when you look at it, Tank Davis and his pay-per-view numbers, the man has never hit 300,000 buys by himself. He's never done it. But he's the face of boxing. Tank Davis has never done 300,000 pay-per-view buys by himself. But he's the face of boxing. It doesn't make any sense. Tank Davis has never been in with an elite opponent. Tank Davis has never done anything special in his career, and the man is 30 years old. It don't make any sense. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. And I'm going to tell you guys something else. You know, Tank Davis, his supporters are talking about, oh, the IBFP, you're trash. You suck. And every time I debate anybody on this topic, the first thing they do, well, what about Canelo? What about Devin Haney? What about Shakur Stevenson? What about this guy? What about that guy? The first problem is this: how you know Tank has a trash resume? It's because if I'm talking to you about Tank's resume, you should be able to explain to me how it's an excellent resume. Give me the accomplishments. Give me the skillful fighters. Give me something. But no, all you can talk about it. But look at this guy. But look at that guy. The type of people that say that are the type of people that slap their own ass. Those are those kind of people. If you're slapping your own ass, you must be a Tank Davis supporter. You must be a Tank Davis fan, because you really can't be this stupid. But I'm going to tell you what, I don't want to be a biased hater. I don't want to be one-sided. I like to be unbiased. I like to be objective. I like to be reasonable. I like to have the conversation. So I've dropped that link. So if anybody disagrees, anybody got a problem, you know where to find the landlord. And if you want to talk on Tank's resume, if you just want to say, hey, you know, Tank has a great resume, Tank has a bad resume, whatever you think, click the link and let's discuss it with the landlord. And the only thing I'm going to tell you is this, man. I'm a fan of Tank Davis. I think that Tank Davis is not a pound-for-pound fighter. He's never proven to be a pound-for-pound fighter. But I do think that Tank Davis is a pound-for-pound talent. Now, there's a difference between being a pound-for-pound talent and being a pound-for-pound fighter. See, I don't think Tank Davis is garbage or trash. I think he's a quality fighter. I just don't know how good he is because he ain't never fought anybody besides my damn grandma. So we need to see Tank Davis step up and fight somebody. We need to see Tank Davis step in and show us how good he is. And the only way you can do that is to challenge yourself. By fighting the best. Because Tank Davis, all the guys around his weight classes, all the top fighters, he's never fought. He didn't fight the Teofimo. He didn't fight the Lomachenko. He didn't fight the Shakur. He didn't fight the Haney. And when he decided to fight Ryan, he put every catch weight and stipulation he could on this man. I mean, let's keep the same energy. My brother, No Pico J, salute to you. He said, Tank ain't fighting nobody but his baby mama. That was the biggest fight he ever had, was his baby mama. Somebody prove me wrong. Tell me I'm lying. His baby mama was the biggest event that hit the news. Him going at his baby mama. Let's keep that same energy. My brother, Big Cup of Joe, he says Canelo Alvarez is the cover athlete for the undisputed boxing game, the true face of boxing. Tank paints his nails, wears a purse, and slaps his own ass. Now I've added that little point. Salute to my brother, the Cup of Joe. And look, let me add in Max Guzman on here. Max Guzman, what's good with you, my brother?
How you doing, Nuke? How's your day going?
Pretty good, my brother. I need you to talk to me about this Tank Davis thing, man. Does Tank Davis have a good resume? Am I being a hater? Am I wrong? Does Tank Davis have a great resume?
Not at all, honestly. Like, I mean, not at all. I don't know. I was listening to your podcast on Monday with what's his name, Knockout Boxing, and I was liking the conversation, and there was a lot of things he was saying that was a little sus, and I was like, man, like I know you didn't talk most of the time. I mean, because you were keeping the floor open to the others, which was really awesome. So that's the reason why I want to hop on. Like, what did you honestly think of everything he was saying? I could name all the things he said, but I just want to hear your opinion because you didn't really get to talk too much during that time. But to answer your question, no, he does not have the best resume. And like I said, and I was going to bring up the whole Undisputed, like the video game, because I'm going to get it. And I already saw that coming, that Canelo is going to not only be the face of boxing, but the face of a video game. And that if Tank can't even do that, or even be the face of a video game, that just tells me that he's not even the face of boxing, and he definitely does not have the best resume. And the whole narrative that, because Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney, therefore he gets some credit. I don't know where you get that. Like, I don't know where that comes from. Like, that's annoying. And one last thing, I'm starting to think that all the newborn Tank Davis fanboys, they're all just coming from the Devin Haney fanboys, because realistically, like, because Ryan Garcia beat the shit out of Devin Haney, they're all switching over to Tank Davis. And I've been noticing a trend, not in a lot of fighters. When somebody loses, they find someone else. When Errol Spence got his ass beat by Terrence Crawford, all those Errol Spence fanboys all of a sudden turn Terrence Crawford fanboys, and they don't ever keep the same energy. But to my original question, what did you think of John Boxing's comments and everything during that whole talk?
Knockout boxing.
Knockout boxing. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no worries, man. As far as me, the reason why I didn't say anything is, Hit Kid called him up to debate. Hit Kid said he wanted to smoke, so I left the floor to them. I'm not the kind of guy where if I have you on my podcast and I show you a level of respect, I'm not going to go in there with 4 against 1. To me, that ain't how I get down.
Of course.
But one thing I will say is pretty much every point he made, I disagree with 100%. And if he's ever interested in getting up here, we can have that conversation straight up and down with no problem. But one thing I will tell you is that, at the end of the day, Tank Davis' resume is complete garbage. And I don't see how anybody has him as the face of boxing. I mean, he might be the face of the PBC at best.
I was going to say the exact same thing, the face of the PBC, because I was, his.
Well, no, that's not true, because Canelo's fighting on the PBC.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
He can't even
forgot about that too.
PBC.
I still remember when he beat Ryan Garcia, and the commentator, not the commentator, I forgot his name, but told him the face of boxing. And my family, like, they don't really know the whole standard of the face of boxing and this and that, which I was like, how is he the face of boxing? And it's like, I'm not gonna call out my friend. Oh, no, I won't call them out, only because, I'm not gonna say their names, because they're talking. Their reason was because he was once Canelo's in Canelo's camp. It's like, you don't go based off somebody's old trainer. If he left Canelo at that point, you're not beating. They took it as, oh my gosh, they beat somebody in Canelo's camp. Like, no, dumbass, they're not in Canelo's camp anymore. Or Ryan was not in Canelo's camp anymore. All right, he was somewhere else completely. And even if he was still in Canelo's camp, that doesn't mean anything. You just beat a fighter, good for you, but that does not discredit anything from Canelo's camp if he was still there till this day.
They're just trying to bring up the name, Max. That's all they're trying to do, is keep it all together, man. But I appreciate you coming on, Max. I got a lot of other callers getting on.
No problem. Hey, thank you for letting me on, Nuke. I hope to hop on your next podcast, whatever that is. Have a good one, man.
You too, my brother. Salute, Max. The Amazing 2 says, quit hating on Tank Davis. Put some respect on Tank Davis' name. Now, this has to be the funniest comment in the world. Everybody direct your attention to the screen. The Amazing 2 says, quit hating on Tank. Put some respect on his name. Now, the guy that's asking me to stop hating on Tank literally has a picture of Tank Davis as his profile picture. You hanging on to this man's nuts, but you talking about, I'm a hater? You're a fanboy. It doesn't make any sense. Never put a picture of a man on your screen. Like, what is wrong with these dudes? You sitting up here swinging from his nuts, but calling me a hater? You got to be the biggest man fan I've ever seen. And I'll tell you what, the Amazing 2, I tell you what, please advise me and please tell me, what exactly did I say to hate on Tank Davis? Once you say that, then we got it. And if you want to click the link, please click the link and you'll get body bagged. If you want to stay a chat warrior, because I know you're scared of me and I know you won't click the link, go ahead and just put in the chat why I'm hating on Tank. Like, what am I saying specifically to hate on Tank? Tell me where I lied, and I will definitely apologize if I'm wrong. I will tell you that. He also left another comment, and he said, Tank took everyone's O away. Haney fought leftovers. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Did he take Teofimo's O? No. Did he take Loma's O? No. Shakur? No. Haney's? No. He's took none of these fighters. Oh, but you sitting up here like he's done something special because he beat a weight drain Ryan Garcia. Is that your king? The two stipulation Tank Davis is your king? You can't be this stupid. You can't look, man. What year were you born? Were you born in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s? When were you born? Because I need to get a time machine to go back in time to hand your dad a condom. What's wrong with this man? Somebody get in a time machine, find his dad, and hand him a condom. Because this dumbass somehow thinks that Tank Davis is the face of boxing, is a killer and a king. Somebody, please go find his dad. Go back in time and give this man a condom. It don't make any damn sense. Don't make any damn sense. Anthony says the amazing two boyfriends no Diddy. Oh man, salute. Tank the GOAT. What's good with you, Tank the GOAT?
Yeah, I think you just hate Black American fighters.
Okay, what did I say about Black American fighters that make you think that I hate Black American fighters?
Canelo's resume is trash, man. Canelo's resume is trash.
Okay, I'm not talking about Canelo. I'm talking about Tank.
Tank's a good fighter, man. He's really good fighter. He has really good skills.
What's Tank's best win?
You don't think he has any good wins under his resume?
No, what's his best win?
His best win? I mean, he fought Ryan Garcia. I mean, a lot of people do rate drains and contracts. I mean, that's not Tank's fault that he signed it, that Ryan Garcia signed the contract.
Tank offered it. And so has Ryan Garcia ever been a world champion?
No, he hasn't.
Okay, is Ryan Garcia a highly skilled fighter?
Nuke, I'm just joking with you, bro. I don't even like Tank, bro. I'm just joking with you. My uncle made me do this, to be honest. He was like, I'm a Canelo fan, bro.
I mean, I was worried that when you said my uncle.
No, bro, I swear to God, I'm not a Tank fan, bro. I'm just joking.
I know, but when you said my uncle made me do this, I'm like, I hope you and your uncle's not wrestling in the backyard, man. You know,
no.
Kind of relationship. Man. I was like, man,
I love your channel, though, Nuke.
Like, get some help, bro. Like,
nah, Nuke, you're the GOAT, man. To be honest, bro. No, I'm just tired of. To be honest, I'm just tired of people, trashing Canelo's resume. To be honest, and then giving all this credit to Tank, and I don't think it's fair because you know how people want him to fight Benavidez. But let's be honest, Nuke, when he fights Benavidez and he counters him and knocks him out or knocks him down or whatever the case may be, they're still not going to get him credit because they're going to say, oh, well, he made Benavidez come back down to 168. There's going to be, some kind of bullshit. Let's be honest. They're going to say something, some excuse.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm waiting on the excuses to pile up. And for the record, let me ask you this. Who do you want to see Tank Davis fight?
To be honest, like, man, I would love
that you think would be a big challenge.
The Lomachenko. Also, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Shakur Stevenson. To be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. Even though Shakur fight's a little boring, but I think he'll still get Tank problems. In my opinion. I also wouldn't mind him fighting Teofimo. That guy. I think Lopez wins. To be honest.
And let me ask you one more question.
Yeah.
Why do you think Tank has never fought in Teofimo? Lomachenko, he waited out Lomachenko's entire prime.
Yeah.
He's never fought Devin Haney. None of those guys. Why is he? And he said he would fight Josh Taylor, never fought him. Why is Tank Davis never fought any of the fights we've wanted to see?
To be honest with you, Nuke, I know people are saying that, oh, well, it was Mayweather, when he was with Mayweather, Mayweather was protecting him or whatever the case may be. But to be honest, I mean, I just think that Tank doesn't want to, what's that word I'm looking? He doesn't want to take the risk. There we go. He doesn't want to take the risk because I think he knows he'll lose. And all these fighters nowadays, they just care about that. Oh, Nuke, they just care about that. Oh, like you have to take challenges. Like Canelo, yeah, he's not undefeated, but at least he took risks. Like you have to take risks for your legacy, and I don't think he cares about that. I think he just cares about that. Oh, like Mayweather. I mean, let's be honest. Mayweather cherry picked a lot of his fights. Like I think Mayweather lost to Castillo, and nobody ever brings that up. I think he lost that.
Oh, yeah, that's a clear loss from Mayweather.
I think, me and my uncle talk about that fight all the time. And
man, you and your uncle again, man, you're worrying me, man. You're worrying me. You and your uncle again. You and your uncle real close, huh?
Oh, well, it's because, to be honest with you, Nuke, he's the type of person, like, he doesn't like talking to people. Like, it's hard to explain.
Okay, I'm just messing with you.
And one last thing, Nuke, one last question I wanted to ask you. What do you think about because I always my favorite fighter of all time, I think he's like the whole, like the best fighter, was Salvador Sanchez. What do you think about that guy, man?
Oh, he's a beast, man. And I will tell you this: my favorite fighter of all time was Roy Jones Jr., also Muhammad Ali. Those two guys are my
Hey,
my
but Duke,
favorites,
remember they
absolute
call you a
favorites.
racist, man. They call you racist because you don't give the black fighters credit.
And that don't make any sense because two of my favorite all time fighters, Roy Jones, Muhammad Ali. Those guys, I actually have, and not to say I'm even a fanboy, but I even have their posters, all that on the wall, man. I respect those guys, what they did for the sport. I enjoy them both. I think they're both great athletes, man. And
It's because you're just keeping it 100, and they don't like to hear the facts. That's all it is.
yeah. Salute, man. I
All right,
appreciate you
thank you,
coming
Duke.
on, man. I got more callers.
All right, man.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
And hey, man, be careful with that play, man. I almost body bagged you, bro.
I know. Later, nigga.
All right, salute. Oh man. And hold on, where's the amazing? He never came on and said anything, never came on and told me how I'm a hater, never told me how I was lying. The amazing, where'd you disappear? You the biggest Tank fan there is, and you could never come on here and tell me anything. That's the problem with these guys, man. Never came on and said anything. Let me get to the next one. Jigglypuff. Tough.
What up, brother?
What's good with you, man?
Not much. How you doing?
Good, my brother. Good, man. Talk to me a little bit. What do you think about all this?
Well, first I gotta say about the Amazing Two. The reason his name is the Amazing Two is because he's got that Snicker bar with Tank engraved on the dick vein, holding it while he's licking that payday nut side down. That's why it's the Amazing Two. There's Amazing Two bars that he gets down on.
Does the Amazing Two go to the store and say, hey, I'm looking for a payday bar, but can I get extra nuts? Like this is the kind of guy that asks those kind of questions, man.
Yeah, he's like, can they run a mile first and get it extra salty and sweaty for me?
Oh man, talk to me, man. Talk to me about Tank's resume. Is he a pound for pound fighter? Is he really this good? Has he been fighting those killers?
If Tank's a pound for pound fighter, you're the fucking dumbass. I'll tell you that much. Like, it infuriates me when people fucking even talk to me about like, oh, Tank's this great fighter. Like, I get into it with so many people, and they're just like, really have no concept of facts or like anything to put him on a pound for pound list.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll tell you what, this is how you highlight to me that you're a casual. You say, oh, Tank Davis is a pound for pound fighter. Oh, well, I'm talking to a dumbass. Tank Davis is, he's proven he's got he's the face of boxing. I'm talking to a dumbass. If you can't do 300 by yourself, but you're talking to me like you the face of boxing because you and a TikTok star did a million pay-per-view buys. I mean, do you think Tank is the face of boxing?
Well, what was funny too is when you're on that last live with that knockout boxing guy, when he was like giving his stipulations for his pound for pound, being like, oh, it's all about like skills, like because I go off of Ray Robinson, and now they originally made the pound for pound list, and no one brought up the fact like, so you have him at number 2, and these other people below him, but you think if they're in the same weight, he would beat them? Like, come on now. Look, Tank's the same weight. Tank's beating Inui if they're the same weight. That's some fucking like delusional fucking weird shit, bro.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Somebody that takes 12 rounds to stop a Wash Gamboa and I repeat, is not going to survive 12 rounds with the Nui. It's just not going to happen. If Inui and Tank Davis were in the same weight, Tank would get washed.
Yeah, it would be like the Fulton thing, except you have someone with power and like you could possibly see like a Neri situation, maybe like a knockdown at some point, but Inui's an adjuster and has the IQ to do that. Tank doesn't. I mean, we saw Tank get fucking like outboxed by Rolly Romero for how many rounds? Like,
and people act like they didn't see that. And that was probably the ultimate cherry pick. And the worst thing about it is this. I look at Tank Davis. I mean, he would get washed by almost everybody in the pound for pound list. I think he'd get washed by Usyk.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he gets stopped if he ever faces a big puncher with skill.
Yeah, because he never has.
Why doesn't he fight skillful punchers? He doesn't want to fight any challengers, take any risks. He's talking about he's gonna clean out 140, then he's took his little fat ass back down to 35. I'm not understanding what he's doing.
Biggest clout chaser ever. Did he not just call it Loma after his win about Cambosis when he's been ducking him for 5+? It's like the most ridiculous shit ever. And we know he's not going to fight him. And if he does, I would laugh hysterically because he's going to Loma's going to dance circles around him and fucking cook him.
I'm going to tell you this. This is how you know that call out was just a pump fake. It's because immediately after it, and then it started going viral, he deleted his tweet. He's
And
elite.
I rock with Supreme on his pick. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Frank Martin pulls an upset. Like that would be fucking hilarious.
Oh
It
man,
really
I
would.
would laugh so hard, man. That would be so funny. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. This is anybody. I look at Better BF, Usyk, Canelo. If any of these guys were in the same weight class as Tank Davis, they'd all cook him. These guys are elite fighters. These guys are at the top of their game. Bivol, in a way, Bam Rodriguez. Any of these guys, they all smoke this guy if they're in the same weight class as this man.
Exactly.
Tank Davis is not fighting the best guys of his in the weight classes he campaign in. So what he likes to do is selectively cherry pick. So, okay, I want to watch a fight of this guy, make sure that he can't really do anything to me. I mean, look at Frank Martin. Frank Martin didn't look impressive in any fights he's ever had to where you say, man, this man's a killer. He's unstoppable. I think his last fight was not that great.
No, it wasn't.
Again.
But yeah, no. That's why I was like my most like thing that I was thinking about with that knockout boxing guy with his like aspect of being like, oh, it's just about skills. And that's what my thing's based off. You guys are based off accolades. And I'm like, but your argument makes no sense because you're saying Tank's more skilled than all these other fighters that in the same weight class. You even put him over a Inoue, who like, I just couldn't see it. I was like, bro, you're stretching so far. You might as well call yourself Stretch Armstrong. Like fucking A. Like Laffy Taffy. You're stretching on some pink dick, bro. I don't know what you're doing.
Man. Look, a lot of a lot of these guys stretching their ass for Tank Davis, man. I'm gonna tell you that don't make any sense, man. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. I wish that these Tank Davis fans were literally threatening me in the comments, talking about IBFP. I'm coming for you, and this and this, and this and this. These guys are the biggest coochies I've ever seen. The internet
they're
warriors.
coming for that booty. That's what they're coming for. They're like, we're coming for you. Like, yeah, they want you to drop this soap so they can be like, we're getting you, bro. We're gonna lube up that booty and get down.
Man, that's Southpaw. Shout out to Southpaw 773. That's all what Southpaw's about. I heard he did some time. And shout out to Southpaw Mama. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, Jigglypuff Tough, man. I appreciate you coming on. I got a lot of other callers. Thanks so much, my brother.
For sure. Salute,
family. Thanks for joining. Make sure you come back, my brother. My brother Frankie 24 says, Tank, Canelo takes steroids. I'm the face of boxing. Also, Tank. Hey, Nello, can I get a picture? Look at me paint my nails. That's exactly Tank. He the face of boxing, but you sitting up here on your hands and knees. Canelo, please, can I get a picture? You remember Devin Haney said the same shit. Oh, Canelo, all them are cheats. Everybody on right now. Hey, Canelo, can I get this picture? These guys really be fans. That's what this is all about. These guys are really fans hating on this man. And who's stupid enough to compare Canelo's resume with Tank's resume? Only one of those fighters been undisputed. Only one of those fighters is a four-way world champion. Only one of those fighters has continually unified through at least 3 divisions. What are we talking about? If you want to talk facts, we can talk facts. Let's do it. My brother G. Jesus, salute to G. Jesus, man. I don't know where you at, man, but always feel free to join the live, my brother. Love having your commentary. He says Tank's best wins are 126-pound midget in Leo Santa Cruz, who has no power and no defense. Raleigh Romero, who got beat up by an old man. Pitbull Cruz, who was a last-minute replacement. And don't forget, Pitbull Cruz also got beat by a journeyman earlier in his career. Never forget that. And Mario Barrios, who he put a rehydration clause on, and Ryan Garcia with 2 clauses. And neither one of those guys have ever been a world champion. I mean, let's keep the same energy. His resume is dog shit. I mean, if we're just going to be honest and unbiased, and I'm not going to play with anybody about it, but I'm going to tell you, Tank's resume is trash, and I'll debate anybody on his resume, because if somebody's stupid enough to debate and tell me that Tank Davis has a top pound-for-pound resume, then we need to go find your father, go back in time, and give that man a condom, because something went wrong. G. Jesus says, also, notice how Tank Davis can't make the big fights happen and has a leash on him from the PBC, but somehow he's the face of boxing. A true face of boxing like Canelo has no leash on him other than himself. And look, here's the problem. People always blame the PBC. The PBC works for Tank Davis. Tank Davis has done an interview where he said he's never once went to the PBC, went to Mayweather Promotions, went to Al Heyman and said, hey, I want to fight these top guys now. He's never done that. He's never let his nuts hang. and he's happy to fight whoever they put in front of him because he don't want to fight those top guys. I'm not blaming Al Heyman. I'm not blaming the PBC. I'm blaming Tank Davis because he's never asked for those fights. He never wanted those fights, and he don't ever care to get those fights. The man is a straight up coochie. That's what I'm talking about. The son of New Jersey said, I would not be surprised if Frank Martin pulls off an upset. I'm sorry, son of New Jersey. Much love to you, my brother, but I'm no longer listening to your predictions after George Kambosos. Shout out to Hit Kid in the building. We got to do it, man. Oh, man. The one, the only, my brother from another mother, Mike Rodriguez. What's up, Mike? Mike Rodriguez, you there, my brother? I'm going to let Mike get on, man. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but we'll come right back to you, Mike. We'll get to the next one. Who's next? The one and only Noe. What's good with you, my brother from another mother? What's good, Noe?
What's good, Nuke? How you doing?
Pretty good, my brother, man. What do you think about all of this Tank Davis stuff? What do you think about all this chaos, man? I know you're sitting here shaking your head at this.
It's like as Superman said once, it's a never-ending battle.
It really is, man. It doesn't make any sense. Do you think Tank Davis is a pound for pound fighter?
I will agree with you when you said that he was a pound for pound talent, but as a fighter, no way.
I mean, anybody that's losing rounds to Rolly Romero and somebody wants to say that this man, if everybody was the same size, he's getting washed by Inoue. He's getting washed by Usyk. He's getting washed by all of those guys. I don't see anybody in the pound for pound list that he can beat. Do you have him beaten Better BF, Canelo,
Nope.
Usyk? None of those guys.
Nope.
All those guys too damn good. If they the same size, all of them cook his fat ass. And that makes sense. And you know how that little fat ass boy squealing like a pig.
Oh my God. And what the fuck is this shit about the fanboys threatening you and all that? Like, why do it?
That's what I'm saying. That's the one thing I don't understand, man. Let me see if I can pull up one of these comments, man. These guys have been just talking recklessly about me. Oh, I'm going to expose you, IBFP. How dare you hate on Tank Davis? I'm like, is this dude your daddy or something? Like, what is, how dare me? Like, we talking boxing. We talking about Tank Davis. So these guys, look, first of all, if you mad that I'm sitting up here exposing Tank Davis, pull your skirt down. Pull your skirt down. Let me see. I've been called a clown. What else did they tell me? Hold on. Where? Look at the hater, the nut hugger, all of this, but anything but to discuss Tank Davis' resume. They saying everything about me. I'm a hater. I'm a nut hugger. I'm a clown. I'm biased. I'm this. I'm that. But why don't they want to talk about Tank's resume?
Oh my! It's just deny because they know that the second that you bring this shit up, they ain't got nothing against it.
That's it. They really don't want nobody having the conversation. They want people to be delusional enough to believe that Tank Davis is some kind of monster and he's fighting the God in Frank Martin. Frank Martin is not no God. He's a 30-year-old virgin. That's what he is. A man ain't never popped his cherry.
People are looking at him like he's Floyd 2.0. And you know what? Speaking of Floyd, there's another fight where he should have lost, and that's the Zab Judah fight, because he should have been disqualified due to Roger Mayweather storming into the ring after that low blow.
Boom.
And nobody ever seems to bring that up.
That's a very great point, and I guarantee you, nobody, and I mean nobody in the chat is going to talk about that. Devin is asking me, who do I got, Drake or Kendrick Lamar? I try to stay out of it, but if I'm leaning one way, I don't pick sides, but if I'm leaning one way, I'm leaning towards Kendrick right now. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say.
Quick question, Nuke. How excited are you for the Undisputed Boxing game? Because I've been following this game ever since 2020 when it's first been teased. Like, I'm on the Discord. I'm subscribed to the YouTube channel. I've been keeping a close eye on the news. And you know, for me, I'm really, really excited for it since, you know, this is the first game ever since Fight Night Champion that came out way back in 2011.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm ultra pumped for this. And you know, and I want to play as Deontay Wilder personally, because I want to see how it feels to be just clumsy. Like I just don't understand what attributes and skills are they going to give this guy. I'm really curious to see how that is to be Deontay Wilder. Like I'm really pumped for this.
Yeah, man.
And I want to play as Wilder versus Usyk.
Oh, yeah, that'd be interesting. Like you can get, and that's another great thing about this game. You could have a whole bunch of fantasy fights.
That is exactly true, man. I mean, you're gonna see people with Tank Davis trying to fight, Anthony Joshua, stupid stuff like that, thinking that look, Tank a monster. He's beating everybody. He's a killer.
Yeah. Imagine pairing Katie Taylor against Clarissa Shields. You would knock that chick out and with no problem at all. Oh my God, with her big ass fucking mouth. Nuke, you there? I think you muted yourself.
If they can do Clarissa Shields versus Triple G, I want to do that. If they can put Triple G on the game, I would love that.
Oh yeah, Triple G would be awesome.
Oh man, I just need somebody to whoop Clarissa Shields' ass. That's a man, because she wants to look like a man, walk like a man, talk like a man. She needs to fight.
It basically already happened.
Yeah, she was about to give birth, man. And I'm gonna tell you this: I'm gonna do some live game streaming on the channel. And the first two people that I gotta have on here when we do that, it's no other than you and my brother from another mother, Hit Kid, because I know you guys are gonna want it.
Well, are you gonna be streaming on PS5? Because that's the only thing I got. I don't have a PC.
Yeah, I have a PS5 and I have a PC. I'm ready for whatever. I'm ready for whatever smoke.
All right.
And I'm gonna tell you this: I'm gonna smoke that bloody Dosser, Hit Kid.
Oh man, I'm just so damn excited for this game, bro. For real.
Oh yeah, man. Me too, my brother. Me too. Let me get to the next caller, though. No, I appreciate it. I'll bring you back.
For sure, man. For sure.
Salute. My brother Lord Scante said Tank Davis looking like a toothpick from Don't Be a Menace. I ain't afraid to fuck another man in the, you know what? And look, I'm gonna tell you this. This is the problem with Tank Davis fans, man. They really think that this man is a monster, a killer, a beast, an animal, and he's none of those things. My brother Noe says Tank's resume is just as bad as Fury. What up, Noe? Look, the Noe's in the building. Salute. Oh man. My brother Mike Rodriguez, are you there?
Yo, Nuke, what's good?
What's good, my brother? Man, I'm glad to hear from you. I know you got a lot to say on this topic, my brother.
Yeah, bro. First of all, I just want to say this. Tank Davis's resume is complete shit. Dog shit, bro. Complete fucking trash.
Hold on, Mike. I want to start with one other thing first. I want you to address this whole tatted up boxing thing, because I got everybody's opinion on this. I didn't get yours. So talk to me about tatted up boxing if you've been following it, and then let's go into Tank.
Oh, okay. I've seen him, bro. Like I seen him probably some months back, probably before Canelo fought Jermell Charlo. That was probably like around the first time I seen him. And he's a fucking Canelo hater, bro. Like I watched a couple of his videos then, and I could tell right from the back that he's a Canelo hater, bro. Big time Canelo hater. He doesn't give Canelo credit for anything. Everything that he says about Canelo is hate. He's ducking this guy. He's ducking that guy. Everybody that he fights, he says is a cherry pick. And then the whole situation, huh?
Why don't he do that to Tank?
That's what I was about to say. Like he don't do that shit with Tank. So I'm not sure. He just, for some reason, the guy just hates Canelo. I don't know. Maybe Canelo fucked his mom or something. I don't know, bro. You know, but I don't know, man. The guy hates Canelo, bro. But and that whole shit with you, bro. He was saying something about that he wants to box you or something, that he don't do debating. But I'm like, bro, he called you out. You know what I'm saying? He was calling you a clown and shit, and calling you a hater, and literally lying on you. And it's like, when you're gonna do shit like that, why can't you just hop on and debate you? You know what I'm saying?
And look, that's what I'm saying, Mike. I mean, you make a video about me, you clout chase my name, then you lie about what I said in the video. You got clown emojis saying I don't know nothing about boxing. Then I invite you onto my platform to talk about boxing, and you say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it." So you use a pussy just so you can make video after video about me, but you can't get on here and have a conversation.
Facts. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, bro. You gonna sit here and make a video talking shit about you? Well, hop on live and debate you. You know?
Yeah, just you can end all this up real quick, body bag me, and go back to your channel and be like, "Look, I'm the king." That's it. but you couldn't do it because you a bitch.
Yeah, exactly, bro. He knew you was gonna body bag his ass because he knows what he's saying ain't facts. He just hating, bro. He's just a hater.
Oh, he know his name was gonna be called dumbass boxing at that point instead of tatted up boxing. He know it was over for him. But yeah, let's get to Tank, my brother. Enough with that loser.
Yeah, as far as Tank, yeah, bro, his resume is complete trash, bro. Garbage, bro. Rolly trash, bro. You know, Pitbull was basically a cherry pick gone wrong. He was supposed to knock Pitbull out, bro. Let's keep it honest. He already had losses, and Pitbull ain't no special fighter, bro. The guy hasn't fought anybody. He fought Ryan Garcia, put a weight clause on him. I mean, the guy's resume sucks, bro. Yep, 2 weight clauses. Yeah, facts. 2 weight clauses, bro. The guy
and a weight clause on Mario Barrios, who ain't never been a champion either.
Yep, and then he didn't have no problem fighting Barrios at 140, but he don't want to go to 140 to fight T.O. or none of them guys, bro. So the guy, bro, he's just a cherry picker, bro. All he cares about is his O. He just wants to retire undefeated, bro. That's literally all he cares about, and that's why I don't respect Tank at all. I never respected him, bro.
And I've never respected Tank. And you know, I don't like the way he moves, but the worst part about it is there's people that support this and that'll sit up here and say Canelo's ducking Benavidez when Canelo's literally cleared out whole division, whole weight class, made history in the history books, then beat every champion there. Benavidez gave up his belt twice, and yeah, I want to see the fight, but to call that man a duck and not say nothing about Tank avoiding everybody, even when Tank calls out Josh Taylor, the fight never happened. He just called out Loma. I'm gonna tell you that he called out Loma in 2020, and the fight never happened. Called him out in 2022. Fight never happened. Called him out right now. That's not gonna happen. He deleted the tweet. This is the biggest pussy in the sport of boxing. Let me ask you one more question, Mike. If they were all in the same weight class, if Tank and Inoue and Tank and Canelo and Tank and Usyk, who would you have winning those hypothetical matchups? Would Tank beat any of those pound for pound fighters?
Absolutely not, bro. No fucking way he would beat any of them guys, bro. I would favor all of those guys above him. And that one dude you had on Knockout Boxing, he was saying something about that Bud would destroy, if Bud and Usyk would the same size, Bud would destroy him. Hell no, bro. Absolutely not. When I look at Bud's resume, like I said, Bud's a beast, bro. I give him his credit. But he only really has one elite win, bro, against Spence. Look at what the fuck Usyk just did, bro. He went undisputed at cruiserweight, beat some good fighters at cruiserweight. I don't know if you remember that one dude's he was a Russian dude. I think his name was Murat. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Killer, monster puncher, bro. Monster puncher. Nuke beat him, went to heavyweight, beat Anthony Joshua twice, just beat Tyson Fury. These guys are way bigger than him, bro. Way bigger. When the fuck has Bud done some shit like that? Not even close, bro. Like I said, Bud's a beast, bro. I'll give him his credit, but to say that Bud would wash Usyk, bro, like get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, bro. So absolutely not. I would pick all them guys to beat Tank, bro. Yeah, for sure.
Bro, if anybody really thinks that Bud is beating Usyk, and it's not even beaten, if you think that he would wash him, I think that really shows a clear bias because Bud has been wobbled by guys who ain't nowhere near as skilled as Usyk. So you know Usyk's going to land. I mean, Bud was down against Sean Porter. His own corner is on tape saying, hey, man, you're losing to Porter. You need to turn it up. Bomac said this in his corner, telling him he's down on the cards against Porter. So you mean to tell me Porter can box, can do all this, a semi-retired Porter, but you talking about Usyk going to get washed, ain't going to win none, going to get destroyed and knocked out. These dudes have really got the wrong impression of boxing.
Yeah, bro, agreed 100%. Yeah, that shit was crazy. I was like, damn, I can't believe he just said that, bro. Like, I'm way more impressed with Usyk, what Usyk's done, bro, than Bud. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. And like I said, I give Bud credit. Like, he's a great fighter. Don't get it twisted. But to say that he would watch Usyk, that's nonsense. That's bullshit, bro. That dude just talking out his ass. And he said that Tank Davis was pound for pound number 2. Like, how the fuck is he number 2 pound for pound? The guy ain't fought nobody. But then he's hating on Canelo, bro. I'm like, man, these guys are just biased, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. These guys are just too fucking biased, bro.
Bro, like I said, and this is a memo to anybody that's listening. If anybody has Tank Davis on a pound for pound list, you are officially a dumbass who likes to eat Snickers with a dick vein, because there ain't nobody saving somebody that stupid. We need to find your father, go back in time, and hand that man a condom. That's what we need to do, because it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. And I'm sorry. I think Bud Crawford's a great fighter. I think he's an excellent fighter. And I don't even like the comparison when people talk about look what Bud's accomplished and compare it to Canelo. Look what Tank's accomplished and compared to that don't make sense. First off, Canelo's not fighting in his weight class. Think about it. 175 ain't a weight class for Canelo when he was fighting Bivol. People like to pull that fight out their ass. That don't make sense. You realize he's undersized at 168. He's undersized at 175. People like to always talk about, oh, him and Crawford were close in height and all of this. So if that's the case, why is Bud not fighting up there?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yep. Canelo's fighting at all these disadvantages, bro. These guys that are way bigger than him, moved up in weight, challenge himself. And if Crawford does that, I promise you, bro, he's gonna get knocked out. That's why he doesn't want to fight anybody at 168 but Canelo, bro, because he's not gonna beat anybody at 168. I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't even favor him to beat Janibek. I think Janibek would knock Crawford out, bro. You know, I'll be honest with you.
And I've been saying this for a while. And anybody that's listening, please let that fight happen. Janibek's a unified champion at 160. I think Janibek beats the brakes off of Terence Crawford at 160. And some people think that Terence Crawford is indestructible because he beat a drunk Errol Spence. First off, people have to start realizing Errol Spence wasn't shit. I'm sorry.
Yep.
That fight really showed you that he wasn't elite at all. The man was not elite at all. Like as much as the hype and we all thought it was going to be a close fight and all that, he was really exposed in the fight. The man had no adjustments, had no power. The man kept getting dropped, beat up, hurt. The man literally IQ is nothing. Like it was really a pathetic fight. You see a guy like Usyk, this guy changes levels, figures out things, makes adjustments. There's no comparison. You can't compare a guy like Errol Spence to other pound for pound fighters. I'm sorry. I think that was just a gross miscalculation. And I also need to see Bud Crawford fight somebody where he's at a reach disadvantage. This is one thing that Floyd Mayweather tried to do. He never wanted to fight somebody who had a reach advantage over him. That's why he didn't fight Idislandi Lara. That's why he didn't fight a lot of type of fighters. And that's why I noticed that Bud, he likes to fight guys he has a clear reach advantage over. We need to see you fight a guy where it's more competitive, where the reach advantage ain't there. And I think that fight for me is Boots Ennis personally. And I don't know who will win the fight. I think it'll just be a great scrap.
Right. Yeah. That'd be a real good fight. Yeah, that's the fight that I want to see him fight too, bro. He needs to fight Boots Ennis.
Yeah,
and
I don't want to see
people need to start demanding it.
Yeah, I don't want to see him go up in weight, fight Canelo, lose, come back down, and nobody's excited to see him fight Boots Ennis anymore because he already got beat. Because people don't, we don't want to see anything with Jermell no more. He lost. Well, and what do you think's going to happen? Like you kill all these other great fights you can have.
Yeah, but see, he just wants that payday though, Nuke. That's all Bud wants. He wants that fucking payday.
You're absolutely right, my brother. You're absolutely right, man. Oh man, it's been great having you on. You got any other comments for me, my brother?
Nah. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you though. That Better Be a Mavul fight, they haven't set a date for it, right?
No, they haven't. Better BF won't get back to training until September, so that'll probably happen way late in the year.
Probably like December, huh?
Yeah, November, December, somewhere in there.
Okay. Already. Nah, man, I appreciate you having me on, Nuke.
Always, my brother. Make sure you come back, Mike. I love talking to you. Salute, family.
Salute.
Oh man. And one baller says, if you like watching novellas, this is not for you. Man, don't do Son of New Jersey like that, because that man loves his telenovelas, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The Son of New Jersey loves his telenovelas. I know it. The downfall of George Kambosos. I'm just trolling. Lord Scate, he tatted up boxing, trying to be black. He got a do-rag. Oh man, they talking about tatted up boxing. Think he's Eminem. That's who Hit Kid was for for Halloween. He thought he was tatted up boxing. He put on a backwards hat and some gold teeth. And Hit Kid, I'm gonna be tatted up boxing. I'm gonna be a bloody wanker. Like that's what Hit Kid does. Oh man. McGirt says my new pound for pound order goes Usyk, Anui, Crawford, Canelo, and I ain't got no problem with that. I respect that. And now Tony Glizzy says, "Where's the Son of New Jersey? The Son of New Jersey's right here." Somebody says, "Where's Hit Kid? Hit Kid's right here." What are we talking? These guys are right here. These two wankers are right here in the building.
Fuck you, man.
All right, first things first, I got to apologize. I actually do need to apologize because I didn't really keep it energy. I was more like a moderator on the last live, so I apologize for that. I should have been more harsher. I want to actually admit that right now.
I have no idea what's going on.
But I actually want to say a couple of things because I'm in a bit of a mood. Okay.
Go right ahead.
First things first, I've had to go to the doctors today because I've been still dealing with a cough post-COVID, and it turns out I need to have a chest scan, an X-ray scan in the next month. So that sucks.
Well, hopefully hopefully everything works out with you, kid, man. And
Yeah.
are they gonna do like a breast exam too, or
fuck yeah?
Okay, man.
I'll just go on some points. So one, I'm looking forward to the new Undisputed game. I played all the fight nights.
Oh man,
I the Fight Night series on my PS2 from 2004. Then it was round 2 and round 3, which I had on the PS2. Round 3 I had on the PS3, and then it was 4, and then Champion. Oh, some of my favorite games of all time.
And man, we're gonna have to all live stream that, man. We're gonna have to play this, man. This is gonna be fantastic.
Yeah. A couple of things. One, can we say fuck the Haneys today?
Fuck the Haneys.
Fuck the Haneys.
I mean, they made the big deal about this fucking B sample, coming out, which is today, by the way. But now we're not going to know the results to next week. But they were doing this countdown of like, oh, he's getting exposed today. That's why we count it down. Yet nothing's happening. You fucking bitches!
Fuck Hank.
Like, legitimately, you fucking bitches! Like, I think it's absolutely embarrassing for the fucking, Haney clan.
And shout out to Hit Kid, the damn scallywag, Lord Scante, 69.
Yeah. I think it's absolutely fucking embarrassing. I'm hyped for this weekend. I am out on Saturday night, but when I get in Saturday, Taylor Catterall rematch here in the UK.
Who are you picking in that one?
Catterall stoppage. Catterall stoppage.
Who do you got in that one, son?
At one point 3 days ago, I was leaning towards Josh Taylor, but after thinking about him more, I'm like, I think Jack Catterall might just end up retiring him on a stool.
Oh man, now see, because you're picking Catterall, I think I'm going to Josh Taylor.
He's a jinx. He's a jinx. I feel worse about my Catterall pick now. I think Catterall sends him into retirement. I mean, look at the fights. Since he won Undisputed, off Ramirez, Taylor.
Yeah.
Lost to Catterall, got a robbery, if you remember, back in his hometown. Then got beat by Tio, and now it's the rematch.
Yeah,
of like a year inactivity.
You got the bloke beat off of him by Tio.
I think Catterall is going to send this man into retirement.
I agree.
Oh man, Harris is going to watch it live at Leeds.
Oh, that'd be a hell of an atmosphere. Scottish and the northern people for Catterall, the Salford, Manchester people in Leeds. Oh.
Now let me ask you this, Hit. You seem to not want to give Taylor any chance in this fight.
Taylor has a chance, but I think it's father time, Nuke.
Okay.
I just think his age has caught up with him. I mean, Nuke, he looked terrible in the first fight when these two fought. And yes,
isn't he like 33 or something? Like, is he like,
He's late 30s. He's late 30s, I think. I have to look his age. But if you look at his last two fights, he looked terrible in the fucking, fight against Catterall the first time. Where the judges wrote Catterall of Undisputed. It's why I say, and I mean this truthfully, Catterall is one of the best 140s in the world. He doesn't get the love because he got robbed. He should have been Undisputed champion. But people won't bring that up. Like, people want to bring up Tio, Haney, Garcia at 140. This guy Taylor's fighting, in my opinion, is a top 5 140 fighter.
And he's not getting the love or respect or the credit that a lot of other big names are getting.
Yeah, basically, you got the Loma treatment. Got robbed of Undisputed.
Yeah, and you know what pisses me off is that guys are sitting up here supporting George Kambosos when they should be out here supporting Catterall. Like, these guys are up here supporting this Kambosos fraud.
Bro.
Hey, Nick, don't worry. Once Tank wins on June the 1st, that'll be Tank's next fight.
I don't know, man. I said don't be surprised if Frank Martin pulls an upset. If he does, I'm going to laugh.
Hold on. First off, I want to get you guys to at least answer the topic of the day. First off, Ishmael says, if you own and use a pop socket on your iPhone, this is not for you. Saludos, fam. What up, Hit Kid?
I've still not got. I'm actually getting a new iPhone case this weekend. I've still got this beat up piece of trash. It's because of pen, but yeah.
Devin said, Bill spiked my water and Ryan had loaded gloves.
Tank's resume. Do we need to go down it? I mean, how many times have we done it on this channel?
Well, we got to do it because a lot of people have been requesting this. People have been filling up the comments, and they feel like the Tank talk is really big, man. They really need this
There's
resume.
no good wins on it. He brought Leo's.
Let me get your appropriate energy, Hit Kid. I'm gonna give you 1 second to get your energy together. I'm gonna go to Sun first, and I'm gonna come back to you. Does Tank Davis deserve to be on a pound for pound list, son of New Jersey?
No. Don't come to me with that shit. Absolutely the fuck not. That is just horrendous. I even seen on Ring Magazine's pound for pound list, they have him up there. That list was just trash.
They have him number 8.
And they have Errol Spence on that list still after he just came
off.
He
still on the list?
Wait, he's still on the list?
Yeah, Errol Spence is still on that list, even though he hasn't.
Fuck?
I'm convinced people are buying spots on the list.
They have Canelo. They have Canelo at I think number 5 or something. They moved him down at once.
No, he's still 4. I'm looking at the official ratings list right now. Yeah, I have multiple problems with the Ring Magazine list.
But I just don't understand how Errol Spence is on the list after a beating like that, and he's been inactive. It's going to be over a year before the next time he fought. So inactivity and a brutal stoppage loss, and somehow you're still on a pound for pound list. How does that make sense?
He's almost been on the list for a year now, as Errol Spence.
Yeah,
and you done nothing.
That's a joke.
That's a damn joke. Let me ask you this, Hit Kid. And I need your energy right. Does Tank Davis belong on any pound for pound list?
No, because there's 10 fighters better than him.
That's more than 10 fighters.
So yeah, but if we're talking, top 10 pound for pound, because that's how they always do it. Absolutely not. Because I'm looking at the Ring Magazine list right here. I can take Spence and Tank off this list
right
now, and I can put in Estrada, who's fighting Bam Rodriguez, which is a pound for pound fight.
Yeah,
and also, and this one's crazy to me. And tell me if I'm wrong on this. Do we think Tyson Fury should be on this list? Because even though he lost, it was so close against Usyk.
I would have no problem with Fury being on the list. Do they have Loma on the list?
Loma is not on the list. That's crazy. There's another criminal one. Another one, Jaya Pataya.
Oh my goodness.
He went through that war with Bredes, and he's still, the best, in my opinion, light heavyweight in the world.
He got his belt back, and he's shining. I don't see why these guys are not getting the love and respect. Is because their names, their brands. I don't know what it is. Biases. I don't know. Let me ask you this: if all these guys were the same size, same weight class, how would you see a Tank Davis versus Usyk fight play out? Do you think that Tank would wash Usyk?
Usyk by destruction. I said it.
No, Usyk by murder. 1 round.
If they're all the same size, does Tank beat Inoue? Canelo?
Dude, you've heard my opinion on Inoue, Tank. If that fight ever got made, I'm picking Inoue.
Even with the size disadvantage?
Even with the size disadvantage.
Yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Too skilled.
Inoue, better skills. It doesn't matter if he's small or not. He'll win by decision.
And here's the thing. Lewis Neri's a puncher. You know who he just fought?
Yep.
And Inoue got caught with a good, let's say, a flush left hook. Was he really hurt? It was like flashing out. Now, checked if he had his may have not had his legs for 10 seconds. Held on for 10 seconds. Was he though in the head hurt? Out on his feet? Not at all. And that was a puncher. That tells you Inoue's got a chin and he's got, the survival skills in boxing.
I've been asked this question a lot, so I want to see if any of you guys have an opinion on it. Somebody keep asking me these questions. Who do I got, Drake or Kendrick? And I told him I'm not really big on it right now. Really don't want to, pick a side, but I'm leaning towards Kendrick right now. Who do you guys got?
I'm not a music man, but even I know Kendrick won that by murder.
Same, not much of a music dude, but I guess I'll go Kendrick.
Kendrick won that by murder. Some of my mates are music guys, and Kendrick won it by murder. When you're doing an album cover of Drake's address with the sex predator rap, no locator, going off multiple times as your album cover, you have been murdered. Kendrick won that easy. 10-7, Kendrick.
Harris said, I remember when I went to watch Better BF versus Yard, Better BF rejected a photo with me. Oh man, that's messed up. I mean, really, I would have threatened to slap him, but then I remembered it was Better BF.
He's the away fighter. He's not there to make friends. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to Harris. I'm from the UK and he was the away fighter. Better be, but that's the killer mindset though. Better be. He's like, I've got no fucking friends here. I'm in Yard's hometown. I'm not taking any photos and all that. Fuck all y'all. I'm coming here to knock a man out.
Oh man, that was the mindset when Loma went there to whoop Kambosa's ass.
That was the mindset Loma had when he fought Luke Campbell as well.
Yeah, Luke Cool Hand Campbell. I'm gonna tell you.
Put up a better fight than Kambosos, by the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, my grandma put up a better fight than Kambosos.
No fucking way! No, son, you're wrong. If Campbell and Kambosos would have fought, Campbell would have stopped him.
That's a lie. That's a straight up lie.
Oh, fuck off!
Luke Campbell was okay. Luke Campbell was already washed. I expected Garcia to knock him out.
Oh my god! At least he won a round or two of fucking, of Loma. Kambosos didn't win anything.
And George did.
A prime Campbell versus a prime Kambosos.
If you're talking about prime Campbell, then okay, then I'll give you that one.
See?
Then a wash, but a wash Kambosos destroys him.
I think I've won that argument just there because he says he's giving it me, if they're both in the prime, Nuke. That's all I'm gonna say.
I said
on that one.
Then I'll give you that. I think was Luke Campbell also a gold medalist too or something?
Yeah, he was a medalist.
Okay, then just because of that, I'll give that to you. But
Derek Lee, what up, man?
Y'all still steady bringing up George Campbell. He's not even part of the topic.
I know. Man, look, man. Somehow
you're gonna have to take that L for years.
I will.
The boxing realm says Gervonta Davis pulled up Little Leo in weight. Hector Bumcia in weight. Drain fake interim champ Mario Barrios with the hydration clause. Drain a prospect Ryan. Gervonta lost to prospect.
I agree. He lost to Pitbull. I agree. He lost. He won't fight Pitbull now.
Pitbull.
He won't fight Pitbull now. Pitbull beats him now.
You actually think so?
Yeah. I mean, look. How the hell was Tank losing lunch to fucking Rolly, who is garbage, and Pitbull just wasted that man.
I mean, Pitbull. You're not wrong. He really did wash Rolly pretty bad. He washed him way easier.
Rolly's the worst, and Pitbull wasted that man. Legit, I think if that fight happens, Tank and Isaac Cruz rematch, Cruz for me.
Hold on, man. I got the ultimate question, and this is the last time I troll you, son. This is the last time, but I gotta ask this question.
What is it?
We got Rolly Romero 140. We got George Kambosos 140. I'm picking Rolly Romero. I'm sorry, I gotta do it.
I'm picking George. Rolly is absolute trash. You cannot do that.
No, Nuke.
You cannot do that.
As much as I enjoy doing the George Kambosos, cloning. I'm picking Kambosos. I'm picking Kambosos.
In 5 rounds, bro.
I have to pick Kambosos in that fight, Nuke. Rolly is the utter bottom of the pit.
Worst fighter I've ever seen in my entire life.
No, Nuke. That's the fighter Kambosos does outbox.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay.
That's the one guy he can outbox right
That's
there.
the one guy he can outbox.
Oh, please. There's plenty of fighters that he can outbox.
Kambosos.
Hey, hold on, wait.
Names.
Some people are agreeing with me. Rolly deletes Kambosos.
Oh my god.
Who said what? No, he does not. He's trash.
I need to ask, son, who do you think Kambosos outboxes at 135?
El Rayo, De Los Santos, Navarrete at this point.
Oh, Navarrete. I called that shit, by the way, so that's a win I'm taking.
I'm actually surprised. I thought Navarrete was going to stop for Raincheck, but I guess not.
Nick can tell you that was a win I'm taking because I actually called that on the stream last time out.
And look, the boxing room told the truth. Both Rolly and Kambosos are trash.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I called Navarrete losing. Nick can tell you that.
He did. And Royal Ricardo says hit kid picks Kambosos. This means put your entire life savings on Rolly. That's the son
that's son of New Jersey. I hate Rolly. I hate Rolly. Let me be clear. I think Rolly's utter garbage. That's why I'm picking Kambosos. Son's the fan, ladies and gentlemen.
At least I'm telling the truth.
Boxing Realm is Duke, I'll ask you this. Boxing Realm is saying Navarrete got robbed. Do you agree or disagree with that? Because I don't think he did.
No.
From this past weekend. Boxing Realm says Navarrete got robbed.
Navarrete won the last 2 rounds. politics robbed Navarrete of a 4-weight weight championship. What do you think about that? Do you think that the last 2 rounds went to Navarrete?
I think you could give him one of the last 2 rounds. Yes, I think Berichek made Navarrete, miss all night. He was making him miss, and he was, getting in his shot. Berichek made it his type of fight, which made it, easier to score it for him. So I can see that argument, but I thought Berichek won that fight, and I thought Navarrete didn't do enough.
The G. Jesus says, the son of New Jersey, I messed up bringing up Victor Ortiz. I meant a fight between Jermaine Ortiz versus
Kambosos beats that dude from pillar to mother effing post.
Hold on, wait a minute. You think Kambosos beats Jermaine Ortiz?
Beats him from pillar to post. Look what he did to Teofimo Lopez. There you go.
I don't agree. I'm
sorry. Come on. No, wrong. Ortiz beats Kambosos. Ortiz got robbed against Teo.
Oh, yeah. Ortiz schools Kambosos. I'm sorry.
That's what I said. I said, look what he did to Teo because Ortiz got robbed. I also agree.
All right,
so that means he's going to school. He's going to school George.
Santiago Cervantes says, "Hit kid got to go. Nuke, he's a squeaker."
Damn.
Fuck that guy. He's got a problem with me. Get up.
Also, George is not even part of the topic. The topic is damn Stank Davis, not what the hell, man?
I've got a question. Do we think this is the next fight after he's done on the Shakur card? Do we think we get Keyshawn Davis versus Kambosos next?
Kambosos knocks him the fuck out cold.
I'm picking Keyshawn Davis.
Keyshawn's a prospect. Keyshawn's a prospect. He's a prospect. He's fought nobody. So no.
Yeah, that's the perfect fight though to make for Keyshawn later this year once he gets through this trash, card of Shakur's.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this, son. I consider the son of New Jersey a dear, dear friend. And one thing I will tell you, son, is never bet on Kambosos to beat anybody. Don't ever risk any money. I don't want you to lose money on that. Please never do that. And this is coming from a friend.
You're acting like this man is literally a journeyman.
Legit, that's the perfect fight though for Kambosos. It's Keyshawn in September because it will prove, to Nuke's point, whether he's a journeyman or not.
Yeah, and it really kind of gives us. I mean, look, if Kambosos is really that guy, he'll steamroll Keyshawn, but we already know that's not going to happen. Kambosos just not. He's going to try. I don't know
what's next. Are you picking George over? You're picking Frank Martin over George Kambosos?
I would actually pick Frank Martin over George.
This fight with Frank and Tank is going to be a lot closer than I think people give. I still have Tank by knockout in round 9 because I think he'll catch him. Because I've not really seen anything which makes me think, Frank Martin can afford to, especially because I've seen it in Frank's past couple of fights. He's susceptible to the body.
Oh, and Jesus says Kambosos get destroyed by everyone.
At this point, you might as well just switch the name of the topic to George Kambosos' resume.
Well, if we'll get back on track with Tank, but I think just Tank and Frank, Frank's weak to the body, but what's this proving for Tank? Because if Tank, and we need to be clear on this, if Tank does do what I think most of us expect us to do, what we going, is it like a 75-25% chance that we think Tank's beating Frank?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
majority of us would say Tank's beating Frank Martin, right?
Yeah, I would say that.
Even though I'm going to shout out Supreme. I know Supreme's picking Frank, and let's be clear, I'm cheering on the Ghost. I think everyone in this call might be cheering on the Ghost on the night.
Santiago says, haha, I'm kidding. Much love, hit kid.
That's cool. I think we can all agree. We're all probably cheering on Frank Martin on the night, but we're all expecting Tank to win.
I mean, what was your reaction will be if Frank Martin somehow knocks out Tank Davis?
Oh my God, we'll be on here and he'll be a party in here.
I'll literally start twerking in the streets if he wins. If he wins, I'll start twerking in the streets.
Cruising Boxing, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Nuke, man? Been listening to you for a while. Just wanted to get on here and talk about Tank Davis' resume, man. And I just want to say that shit is trash.
I think we're talking about George Kambosos right now.
I just want to say it's so trash. I mean, his best win is against a drained Ryan Garcia. And tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, that is literally his best win that he had. And let me ask you something. Real quick. What would people say if Canelo fights Benavidez with the same stipulations that Davis did to Ryan? What if Canelo said, "Well, Benavidez is too big. he's fighting the 175. I want him to rehydrate and put a clause on him. Like people
So
wouldn't.
like a catch weight and a rehydration. The world
Yeah,
would have a meltdown and say Canelo's a coward and a pussy.
Kai would
and
hang
they
himself
wouldn't
with
give
this
it.
towel.
Yeah, they wouldn't give him credit at all, though, right? And so
Nope.
why are we giving credit to Tank for fighting a dehydrated Ryan Garcia, and with a weight class on top of that? I mean, like, and that's his biggest win.
You're absolutely right. Hold on, I got to read this one, man. Dwayne South said, "Someone said shit, kid."
Fair enough.
Damn, that's crazy.
I couldn't help it, but I had to.
I can. I can take it on the chin.
Same thing. Southpaw Mom said.
That took
Noe
a lot of
says,
low- that took a lot
Noe
of those
says,
lows today.
y'all think Ryan has a better chance in a rematch with Tank?
If it's not weight drained and all that, yes, he does. He knocks him out.
Yes.
What do you
If
think,
there's no
Sonia?
rehydration, Ryan knocks. And here's the thing: Tank will have to fight it at no hydration. You want to know why? Because people will pay more for it. People pay more for the Tank Ryan rematch, and I think it might. What did the first fight do? It did over $1 million, didn't it?
1.4.
1.2, I think.
I think it would do over 1.2 if there's no rehydration and all that, no clauses.
Salute to my brother Raider from LA. Much love and respect, Raider from LA. Man, this is a long time subscriber. I mean, me and Raider from LA go back. I'm gonna say, man, it's probably as far as me and Hit Kid's mom. A long
Fuck
way.
you.
Or son with cambosis.
Oh man. Hold on. We got some Cambosis comments coming.
You motherfuckers.
Twin Snell said, it's funny nobody's calling Tank Davis the email champion. Why is he not the email champion, guys?
He is. I mean, he's finally fighting for a legitimate version of a world title. I mean, he's been holding that Burger King regular belt now. Unfortunately, we have to call him an official world champion after, if he wins next. I would love if he lost. Can you imagine if he, like, this is why I'm supporting Frank. If Tank loses, then all we can say is he held an email. That's never been a true world champion. Just this Burger King boy.
If Tank Davis loses, I'm putting Martin at pound for pound #1. I don't care. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's funny.
So who do you guys think Davis should fight if he does win against Martin, though? Like, what's the best fight for Davis?
He's gonna fight
And
Cambosis, but
I will still bet on George Cambosis to shock Tank Davis. And
I mean, Cambosis does have a better resume than Tank Davis, though. If you look at it, he fought Loma, he fought Teofimo, he fought Haney. I mean, even though we're making fun because he lost all those fights, at least he stepped up and fought those big. You know what I mean? He lost all those fights, but at least he was stepping up. I mean, he did beat Teofimo. I mean, but Teofimo, he had those health issues going on or whatever. But
he beat Teo with half a lung.
I'm just saying, but still, he's stepping up and fighting the bigger names. Tank, on the other hand, he has the weakest resume out of everyone around his weight class, though. At least, I mean, even though he lost, at least Cambosis is stepping up and fighting some big names.
That is true. That is true.
Okay, so
I mean, you gotta respect Cambosis because
here's the truth. Here's the truth. Tank's gonna fight Cambosis. I think he'll fight Cambosis.
I think so too. Is he gonna beat Cambosis or Barroso?
And I'll be at that fight live too.
If he fights Barroso, I'm picking Barroso. I'll pick old man Barroso. That man's got KO power. Tank's finally in the ring with a puncher.
With an ancient, his grandpa's gonna.
No. You want to know something? He's gonna no. You want to know something? He's gonna weight drain the old man. He's gonna rehydrate close the old man.
Don't do that to
me.
He's gonna turn into dust after the weigh-in.
He's gonna rehydrate the old man.
So let me ask you guys this, because this is a very important question, and I want to start with the son of New Jersey. No, I want the son of New Jersey to go last. I want the son to go last because I want him to hear everybody's comment.
All right, we got a Cambosis question.
Teofimo beat the one-hit wonder Cambosis in the rematch. The untouchable Raider says he does. Does he beat it, Devin? Does Teo beat Cambosis in a rematch?
As long as Teofimo doesn't do anything stupid, yeah.
What about you, Cruising?
Well, I don't know what Teofimo is gonna show up, man. Sometimes he shows up ready to fight. He's training at some point, but sometimes I feel like his training is not on par. So depending on which Teofimo shows up, if I feel like he's gonna beat him. He's gonna beat him this time around. I think Cambosos, man, like I said, he steps up every time, but he's just not that good, man. I'm sorry, he's just not that good. So I think he'll lose every big fight again, and I think he'll become a journeyman, kind of like a gatekeeper of 135 pounds.
And hence why I said he'll be fighting Keyshawn Davis probably this September.
Hit Kid, what happens
Yeah.
to Teofimo Kambosos rematch?
I'm going to be bluntly honest. I actually give Tio more of a chance of losing this next fight against this unknown journeyman in Miami than I do losing a Kambosos rematch. Because the one thing which will happen, and we've seen it, is Tio gets up for big fights. Personally, not maybe like TV wise and buys wise, this will be a big fight. But for Teofimo personally, this will be a big fight. This will be a big fight for him, personally. He will be highly motivated to correct a wrong. And I think he knocks Kambosos out in round 8.
In the son of New Jersey, we get to you. Kambosos Teofimo rematch would have to be at 140 pounds. Who do you see winning that fight?
Same result. Another good win for George Kambosos.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I said same result. No, listen. I said if it'll go back and forth, it'll go back and forth like as always. But this time, okay, Teofimo does not get dropped, but he's going to be staggered probably about 7 times in the fight.
Like, do you think Kambosos is going to come close to knocking him out?
No, I didn't say he was going to knock him out. I said this time he's not going to drop him, like I said. So I'm picking George Kambosos split decision once again.
No, he says Tank's resume belongs in the trash piles of New York City sidewalk.
Damn, that's
San Francisco.
And Raider from LA says, tell Hit Kid to give his little brother's headset back.
I actually got the new headset because the one before gone. I'm a gamer, so it's a gaming headset. Big deal.
He's a gamer, man. He's a gamer. Let me add on McGirt. McGirt, what do you think about George Kambosos? I want you to address him first.
Here we go.
I want to know what son of New Jersey. What's your thing with Kambosos, bro? What do you see in Kambosos?
Well, you see, that's my guy. I'm his friend, so I gotta support my dude. I gotta support my guy. So.
Oh,
my God, no
Diddy. Cool with Kambosos? I didn't even know that.
No, I literally said it in front of everyone before the Loma fight that I even showed him a picture. Me and him were talking on, I guess we were video chatting before the Lomachenko fight, and his strength and conditioning coach told me over the phone that we thought he was gonna outclass Lomachenko.
All right, but so I remember you saying that you felt like Kambosos would be Loma because Tio beat Loma, and Kambosos beat Tio.
Well, I mean that too. That is, I'll admit that too.
But I mean, you
also,
can never go off of that.
But I also said styles make fights. So I even said George Kambosos' style when him and Tio fought, that was going to be disastrous for Teofimo. And it ended up being disastrous.
What about? Well, I don't even necessarily agree with that. I think Tio actually has a really good style for Kambosos. I don't know what the fuck was going on with him that night, but did you? But so you thought that Kambosos had the right style to beat Loma?
Like I said, styles make fights, bro. I mean, George is the type of guy that he'll just go and right in your face and attack you. He's like that, that's just his style. We just thought, changing the style up a little bit for an elite fighter like Lomachenko, we thought, that would work.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this question. Is George Kambosos considered an elite fighter?
Hell
Absolutely not.
Gatekeeper at 135, basically.
Good.
That's what I said, a gatekeeper.
Good fighter. I'm going to say good fighter, okay? Not an elite fighter.
He's tough.
He's a tough. What Kambosos is the 135 version of Caleb Plant.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you're saying-
Hell no.
Caleb Plant's going to be a journeyman too?
No, the thing with Plant. No, so this is where I'm going with it with this angle, and I think Plant's the better fighter, but it's kind of a version like this. Plant, in many people's opinion, I consider Plant, the third best guy at 168. You know, because Morel's moved up now, okay?
Yeah.
But he lost to David. He lost, you know, to Canelo decisively, okay? And we
But
picked
he
those
won
guys up.
rounds.
But those are elite fighters, though. Like they,
No,
And Plant won
I don't
rounds.
know if I'm calling David an elite fighter. I'm calling Canelo an elite fighter.
Hold on. First, the son of New Jersey. I need you to change your name to the son of Cambosis.
We gotta get KO
The
to change his
son
name
of
to the son of
Cambosis.
Davis.
Yeah, but it's in a sense so like the good fighters, but like could I see them beating the top dogs? No, that's why I'm going with that analogy.
Who do you think will win between Plant and Munguia if they do fight at 168? Now
Munguia.
that we brought,
That's a good
you
fight.
think?
Not gonna lie.
I think Munguia wins.
I think Plant will win on that fight. And I'm Mexican and I love Munguia. I love the way he fought against Canelo.
Yeah.
He showed hard, but I think the skills that Plant has, man, I think it might be too much for Munguia.
I think it'd be a great fight, and the winner would deserve another shot, you know, at the 168 crown.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah, that is a great fight, but I would probably give the edge to Plant because I think Plant is his ring IQ would be just a little bit too much for Munguia.
Well, they need to
But
get Plant.
Munguia could always catch him.
Well, they
Hold
need
on,
to
one
get
second,
Plant to
fellas.
fight now because let's be honest, Jamal Charles is in jail again, and we've got fucking I mean, Belanga, yuck. I mean, what fight did we get Plant now? We have to get him a fight.
Yeah, Plant and Munguia, that's a good fight, but I'm gonna have to say
Hold on, first, one second, fellas. I have a fellow Texan here, BJ Freeman. Shout out to BJ Freeman. He says Tank don't care about no resume as long as the money is what he wants. He could care less. Sadly, that's the state of the sport, and that's 100% accurate. I agree with that. Tank don't care about resume. He's shown us time and time again he don't care about the resume. He'll fight Cambosis tomorrow in Australia if the money is right.
Here's the problem though. That money's going to start draining up because no one's going to want to pay to watch you, fight these guys. They want to pay to watch you to fight fucking Lomachenko, fight a Shakur, go up to 140 and fight a Teo, fight a Haney, fight a Regis
I don't think I'm taking
Prograis.
that fight, man.
My brother says Baranchek was using Fury and Haney's tactics. Ref warned him so many times, never deducted a point after warning him. Minus a point, Navarrete win, run it back. Hit kid.
Fair enough if that's your opinion, but if the ref doesn't call it, then it's not really his fault if he's allowed to get away with it. Navarrete should be doing more to avoid that.
It could have gone either way.
Like Navarrete was piss poor on Saturday night. I thought Navarrete, like I said, upset because I thought Belichick might be inspired off the Usyk win, which I did say.
Could have gone either way. So I mean, I'm not complaining. I was perfectly okay if either one won. So
What about Wilder and Zhang?
big bang, big bang all the way.
I'm sticking with what I've said, and I hate myself for it.
The big bang by knockout.
I want to be wrong. I want Zhang to win, but I have Wilder by knockout in round 6.
I want Zhang to win so that way we can see all the Wilder excuses, his twerk videos, and the Kai meltdown. Like, I just want to see all that. But I think Wilder will get him.
I actually have a question for you guys about like if this man can become undisputed at 168 since, well, if Canelo moves up.
Cambosis being undisputed at 168.
No, I'm not that much of a meat rider. All right, chillax, pump the brakes, buddy. Pump the brakes.
Who undisputed at 168?
Caleb Plant. Do you think this man can be undisputed? Like, can he beat David Morrell?
I'm picking Morrell, but I think Morrell's staying at 175.
LT Penn says Tank is the face of boxing. If you say otherwise, you actually like women. Don't wear a purse and don't hit your baby mama.
I was about to go off on that right now.
LT Penn, I got a quick question for you, LT. Where are you from? LT Penn, where are you from? Where are you from? The United States? Are you from somewhere else? Where are you from? I don't recognize that denomination.
Well, legitimately, and this is something that we've got to say. You go and ask who Tank Davis is in any other country other than the US, and they'll be like, who? Legit, no one over here in the UK knows about Tank Davis.
LT's from Peru, so is my brother, the son of New Jersey. Okay.
Peru? Oh, that's I'm also Peruvian. What a
shout out to LT Penn, man. Shout out to the son of Cambosis.
Yeah. It's just so the wildest
in the building.
Oh, there it is again. The Wilder Shank fight. Yeah, I mean, with Shank, he gets gassed. If for once, Wilder, in my opinion, needs to not go crazy Wilder and needs to, actually like. I'll tell you the funniest tactic. You know how Wilder was getting outboxed and all that by Parker. Wilder really just needs to be on his skates and keep making sure that he keeps on surviving to like 5 rounds. Wait till Shank gasses and then that right hand is there.
Yeah, but here's
Basically,
the problem, though. There's the
basically
difference.
Luis Ortiz.
Basically,
Second
there's a difference. Zhang actually dropped Joseph Parker not once but twice, and Wilder cannot do that. And I saw the right hand land on Parker. It's just it didn't affect Joseph Parker.
Do you guys agree with this? Plant beats Berlanga, Skull, and Pacheco with Plant is 50-50. Munguia beats him.
And I think Pacheco is seriously underrated. He's the one to look out for. The division for me is Plant, Pacheco, Munguia.
I'm going to say half yes, half no. The reason why I say no is no, I do not think Munguia beats him. I think Plant beats everybody on there. But if you ask me who gives him the most problems, then I could say Munguia or Pacheco, yes. Skull, I don't know.
Skull, you don't know? We've never heard of the fucker. Give me Plant.
That's why I said I don't know, because I never heard of him.
Give me Plant.
Tony Glizzy said Hit Kit going to get tested for STDs today.
Fuck you, Tony.
So who should Munguia fight next, though, now that he fought Canelo?
Should be the Plant fight.
The Plant fight would be great.
The Plant fight would be... Plant's not got an opponent now because Jamal Charlo got arrested again.
How about Demetrius Andrade?
Oh my God! Munguia by murder. Munguia by murder.
I want to see Andrade actually step up one more time just to see what else he can do at 168.
I just want to see him get knocked out again.
That would be funny. I wouldn't mind watching that, to be fair.
I mean, the first time that he stepped up, he got stopped. So I mean, I don't know.
He quit. He didn't even get stopped. He quit.
Hey, you want
to step up one more time? Let him step up one more time. Let him do it.
Call me out, panel. Panel, call me out if you think this is fair or foul. We're going to watch the 130 version of Demetrius Andrade next weekend in Tank and Frank.
Dang.
Oh man,
is that fair or foul?
Well.
I mean, they're both in their 30s. I mean, they've not really fought anyone, each one of them.
Yeah.
Fair or foul comment.
Yeah.
I think Tanks is a little more talented. I don't want to say he's a pound for pound fighter. He hasn't proved it yet. I do think he's more skilled. He does got power, but he just hasn't proved it against an elite fighter. So I don't think he's on Andrade's level. I think Tank is a little bit better when it comes to skill, power, and ring IQ, but he just hasn't proved it yet. So I think that's the whole debate. Like, I think everyone can agree that Tank is a good fighter. We're not saying he's not. I believe if he does fight Haney, I believe he's going to win. If he does fight Shakur Stevenson, I believe he's going to win. He's just
Whoa!
Repeat that one more time.
I think.
Holy shit!
I think.
Hold on. Repeat it one more time. Son of Cambosis, are you listening?
I didn't hear what he said.
Okay, repeat it one more time, my brother.
I said that I say that Tanks is a very skilled fighter. His IQ is off the charts.
What else?
He hasn't proved it. He just hasn't proved it. If he does fight Haney, I feel he beats Haney. If he fights Shakur Stevenson, I feel he beats him. He just, for whatever reason, I don't know if he's scared to lose his whatever. But if he does fight those fighters, I believe he wins.
You're not picking him over Loma, though. You're not that crazy.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not picking him over Loma. I feel like Loma, his style is all wrong for Tank. Tank's he starts very slow. He the way he fights is very how do I say, like, he starts too slow. Well, Loma's does too though, but I still pick Loma over Tank. But I do pick Tank over Shakur, Haney, and yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
The Haney one we can see because Haney is weak chin.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. The Ryan Garcia proved that fight. Haney has a weak chin. Yeah, I know. But Tank can catch you. Tank can catch you on the draw and put your lights out.
The weak chin though. Hold on, let me ask you this: is it a weak chin or is it a strong one? Because he kept getting up. when he fought against Garcia, how many times did he get dropped? Like 3 times.
But
Even
that
though
referee
he
helped
got
me though.
dropped, he still
The,
got
I paid that ref though.
that
I
ref
paid that
though
ref to let me
saved him.
take like a
The
5-minute
ref
break.
saved. The ref should have stopped that fight. We
ref
were
gave
all
us a
on it
5-minute
saying the
break.
ref should have stopped that
I
fight.
agree. I agree with that.
So
Yeah. But he still got
let's
up.
not even. Let's not. He got up, but the ref should have stopped the fight. So let's not debate that. I am not picking Tank over Shakur. And let me be clear. I need to see something better from Shakur in his next fight, even though it's against another, whack opponent. Because we need to. From my leftovers, we need to see Shakur with a fucking, statement performance. Like I want to see Shakur get this man out. I want to see Shakur get this man out of here in 6 rounds. Because his last performance against Barbarossa was the most biggest disgrace to boxing for anyone who watched that card in quite some time.
That's why they put it on the Wednesday night, man. That shit was trash.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Shakur outboxes Tank. He's too skilled for him. He's way too skilled for him.
I tell you what, Tank has elite talent, but he has not proven it to a point to where I know. So maybe if Tank catches Shakur, then and he stops him, then we'll give him the credit. I don't know if Tank has the skill set to do that because we never seen him in there with the guy that moves like Shakur. I think there's a lot of unknowns with Tank. He looks very good and impressive in his fights, but he ain't fighting nobody really. So until he steps in, it's really hard to tell. It's kind of like when Kambosos had fought, and I hate to go back to this. It's kind of like when Kambosos had fought Teofimo, and everybody was meat riding Kambosos, and I kept telling him, I'm like, look, man, Kambosos, I've studied this guy, looked at this guy. He's a basic fighter up and down. Hit kids, grandma could beat him. And then look what happened. He's a journeyman now.
But who has Shakur fought that makes you say that he'll beat Tank? I mean, I'm not defending Tank. Like I said, his resume is trash. But Shakur hasn't fought anyone that makes you say, oh, shit, he's going to be Tank. You know what I mean?
He looked good against my grandma, so we got to see that.
He beat Oscar Valdez.
Oscar Valdez,
half his size.
And I'll put all that aside. I'll look at the fights as itself. I've seen Tank Davis. Tank Davis needs to land those big punches to wear down his opponent, to beat up his opponent, things like that. Tank Davis is a guy, who was losing rounds to a guy like Raleigh Romero.
Which is trash.
I think against Shakur Stevenson, a guy who has the speed, the skill, all of those things, defense, I don't think Tank Davis is going to be able to have an answer for that, because when you lose rounds against a guy like Raleigh Romero, I don't know what you can do with a guy like Shakur Stevenson.
I think Shakur's going to just boxing like
don't even come to me with Lomachenko, because based on what I saw in person last weekend, Loma stops him. Loma stops him.
I agree. Loma stops Tank.
He stops him in 10 rounds. After what I saw in person last week, I said, after what I saw last week in person, yeah, Loma stops him.
That's why he's been avoiding him for years, man. Yeah, I'll go with Loma on that one for sure.
I think this is the 7th year in a row that Tank Davis has been avoiding him, actually.
He never wants to fight Loma.
And if he does fight him, and then 2 years later, if he does fight him, then, basically Loma probably would be sadly aged out at that point.
Okay, I got a question for you guys then.
He'll only fight Loma if Al Sharpton is the ref.
So out of all those fighters at 135 that have the belt, who has the best chance to become unified?
Go.
Which way?
Loma. Unified. Loma.
Loma will be Shakur?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm adamant.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
That is what I will have energy for. I said it to Nuke after Loma destroyed Kambosos. Loma can match Shakur boxing-wise skill. I think they match up very evenly with boxing-wise skill. Big advantage Loma has over Shakur. Power. Loma has a lot more power than Shakur and experience.
Basically, what Hit Kid is trying to say, Lomachenko can outbox him and beat his ass at the same time.
I think Loma stops Shakur.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. What about what Chris is saying? Sandor Martin is the real deal at 140. Y'all must have forgot he retired Mikey Garcia, schooled Teofimo on 2 weeks' notice. Do you guys agree or disagree?
He's beating Devin Haney for the WBC belt later this year to prove it. I rate Martin.
I think he beats Haney.
I'm ducking that fight. I'm not fighting him, so that's not going to happen.
Luke, I've been on here saying that I think Martin wins that fight.
I think it's going to be a chess match, but I'm favoring Haney.
I think Martin stops him.
I don't think he's strong enough to hurt Haney. I think
he dropped Teo twice.
He did. But T.O.'s a little fluky. I mean, he lost to Cambosis. Anybody lose to a guy like Cambosis? I don't know.
Well, let's be honest. You were on here. It was one of Nuke. I remember the comment I said. A top rank black eye for boxing was the comment I put as a super chat the night of Martin versus Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah. And Martin,
because of how bad Martin whooped his ass.
Martin should have gotten that win, and it was just really disgusting that he didn't get it.
Yeah. So I think Sandor Martin is a real threat at 140.
Not Martin.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Martin's gonna. He's gonna beat Haney. I haven't beaten Haney.
I think Martin's I think he's he's a good fighter. I think he's a threat for anybody at 140 stylistically. I favor him to beat Pitbull Cruz because boxing wise, Pitbull Cruz is going to come forward and Sandor Martin is going to make him miss throughout the fight and win by decision.
I think Martin beats me. I think Sandor Martin beats me, but I'm gonna have the refs to save me or the judges.
Yeah, it'll be a it'll be a robbery. It'll be a robbery.
It also depends. Haney's mental, man, because after getting whooped by Garcia the way he did, like how do you come back? How do you come back from that? Because a lot of boxers, man, like from what I hear, he's not taking the L well. So it also depends how he is mentally coming to the morning fight. You know what I mean?
But it wasn't an L. It was because Ryan Garcia had loaded gloves. Ryan Garcia had loaded gloves. Bill Haney spiked my water.
I mean, that's the case in point. Ladies and gentlemen, he ain't taking the L well. He's trying to get the L reversed for fuck's sake.
And he's not. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
It ain't going to happen.
It might be a no contest. It might be a no contest, unfortunately, which would suck. I could see. I hope not. I really hope not. But I think it will be a no contest.
Shout out to Soccer Training Club.
Sorry, Nuke, go on.
No, you keep going.
Because if the B sample, which Nuke has even said, will probably come back, dirty. Then even though I think Ryan can prove it was a tainted substance, they're probably still going to change that fight to a no contest.
I think so.
That's how the athletic commissions work.
Who do you got? Bam Rodriguez or Estrada?
Bam!
That's a good fight.
Bam.
50-50, but I'm going to say the same thing. Bam, Rodriguez.
I think Bam's pick up performance.
I think. Listen, I'll be on record on this, and I put this in comment section. Bam Rodriguez could be the next, big Mexican star behind Canelo. Nuke's heard me say that.
Bam is really
with his age and all that. He's special.
He's really special, fearless, everything. If I'm a fanboy of anybody, it might be a Bam.
Bam's awesome. Bam is. I mean, that fight he had last time against Sonny Edwards was a fucking great fight. I was shocked. Edwards, by the way, and I've got to give credit to Sonny Edwards, stood and traded with Bam. Yes, he lost, but the fact that he actually held his own, standing and trading, because Edwards was known as the slick boxer from the UK. And he had his moments too. He manned up and he fought Bam. Like, that was a great fight. That was one of the best fights of last year.
I got a hot take for you guys. Do you think Barincek can beat Tank Davis, since now Barincek's a champion?
No, and that's the fight Tank would take at 140.
But I would give him credit for that.
Yeah, we'd have to give him credit.
Just because it's I guess he's a world champion.
Unification and equality.
I would have no hate for that. I would support that. I would give Tank credit.
Unification.
Nuts, but then go on to unify. Don't just try to win a belt.
You got to go undisputed if you're trying to win a second belt.
Yeah, I was about to say, because not gonna lie, I think Barincek actually might cause Tank problems.
I think the fight we're gonna see, because I think it'll happen in Poland and it's a stadium fight. I think you're gonna see Loma Barincek this summer in Poland.
No, Loma beats that man like a pinata.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not doubting the result of Loma beating him like a pinata. Let me be very clear.
I know. I said he'll beat him like a pinata.
What I'm saying is that's the fight that
makes Cambosis.
yeah, he'll beat him like a Cambosis.
It'll be worse than that.
What I'm saying is that fight makes sense money wise for Top Rank. You put that in Poland, because you can't put it in Ukraine. We know about the war. But, you put it in Poland, which is next door, in the stadium. The same stadium, Usyk fought at, against Dubois.
Yeah.
They'll sell that fucker out. And they'll have a huge it'll be a huge, big payday fight for them. And I would watch that fight. Loma by murder, though.
The battle of the Ukraine, basically.
Yeah, Loma by murder. And the friends, by the way. So I think they would want to do that fight to see who the best is out of them each.
Who wins right now?
Yes,
Regis Prograis or Pitbull Cruz?
Pitbull.
That's a war.
Pitbull.
Oh, I'm gonna shut the panel. Give me Regis.
I
Really?
think Regis is
got
washed.
Cruz.
I think
I
Regis
think
is
he's too
washed.
old already.
Who did you pick, Cruising?
I got Pitbull Cruz. I don't know if you guys saw the Tank fight, man. Like, I know you guys think he's just a come forward type of fighter, but he's actually got some defense, man. Like, how do you guys think Tank hurt his hand? He blocked the uppercut from Tank coming in. I'm not saying his defense is elite. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just not saying he's not a straight up and down fighter, man. He does have some defense on him. He does have some power. And the way Progress looked against Haney, I don't know if he didn't train hard enough or whatever.
Hold on. That's why
I paid off Regis, so
that's why I'm going to actually I'm actually going to take Regis in that fight. And I like Pitbull Cruz. I think someone's getting stopped in that fight. By the way,
Honestly, is that fight actually happening? Or
if that fight happens, I would love it. No, it can't be out. It's not happening next because Pitbull's fighting El Rayo on the.
Yes.
Rayo, that's a good fight too. Who do you guys have?
That's an interesting fight. But what I'm gonna tell you is this: if they ever make the Prograis versus Pitbull Cruz fight, and Hit Kid picks Prograis, then we got the new Cambosis lover right here in Hit Kid because. We're going to leave the son of Cambosis alone, and we're going to turn all our attention to Hit Kid.
Can I have to explain why, though? I'm picking Regis. It was fighting a 168er super middleweight Haney, who we all know went like hell. And really, Regis' only other loss was to Josh Taylor in an undisputed fight, which was razor close. I'm not going to say a man is cooked over losing against the guy who weight bullied him and an undisputed fight. I'm not going to say a man is cooked.
Weight bullied me.
Yeah, but did you forget the fact, or did you forget the fact that this guy Danielito Zorrilla, Regis looked terrible in that fight?
Oh, I agree. He looked terrible in that fight. I'm not. But I think Regis is like a bit like Tio in a sense. Gets up for the really big fights. There was not much he could do. There was not much he could do against the Haney, who was weight bullying.
What are your thoughts on Teofimo's next fight, guys?
Trash.
Cherry pick.
Trash.
It's extra hard.
Trash.
Almost as bad as Cambosis.
I said it's a new coat. What did I say straight away when we saw that card? Garbage.
At least Cambosis is not a cherry picker like Teofimo.
I'll give you that. Cambosis got a lot of heart. I respect Cambosis for that. He's one of the best.
Cambosis will fight anyone.
He's not a journeyman, for God's sake.
When Keyshawn Davis beats him, he will be a journeyman.
He's not. Keyshawn is not touching that dude.
That's not what Hit Kid says. Hit Kid said he's gonna whoop his bloody ass.
No, I'll tell you the one who. You know what? There's another name I can mention.
Barroso.
I know. No, he's fighting next week on the Martinez card. The Matias card against Paro, which is the fight I will actually be watching over the Tank Davis fight.
Right. That's gonna be a great fight
because that's a great fight. Is Leon Paro versus Martinez, and that's on. I think that's in Puerto Rico, and I think that's maybe an hour or two before the Tank fight. So I'll be watching that. However, undercard, and this is the fighter who I think we're all sleeping on at 135. Andy motherfucking Cruz.
Oh yes,
batters the shit.
I like that dude.
Andy Cruz beats the shit out of Keyshawn Davis. I think Andy Cruz will beat Barichek right now for the WBO title.
I would pick Andy Cruz beat Tank too.
I think I was just about to say that. I think he beats the winner of Tank. But here's the one to piss on New Jersey off. He would cook Cambosis in 7 rounds.
I'm actually not mad at that. I like Andy Cruz. All right,
I like Andy Cruz too.
Imagine if we saw Matias and Cambosis.
Cambosis is gonna get destroyed.
He'll end up like Benavidez and Andrade.
Cambosis and who?
Matias.
Oh, that's a tough one.
He'll end up like Andrade.
Matias is gonna kill him. All right, y'all are throwing George. Y'all are throwing him.
Fantasy fight: Triple G versus Marvin Hagler. Who you got?
Oh God, that's a tough one.
That's
marvelous Marvin Hagler versus Gennady Golovkin. Who do you got?
I'm leaning towards marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Marvin.
I gotta go Marvin, and I love Triple G.
Love Triple G too. It's just I think Hagler being the elite fighter that he once was, God rest the soul, rest in peace.
Legend.
I think he was probably
robbed. By the way, Hagler's robbed in one of his most important fights. Do we need to mention which fight it was
Yeah.
in boxing history?
But yeah, like God rest his soul, rest in peace, legend. One of my favorite fighters of that era. But being realistic, style wise, he outboxes Triple G. Decision, majority decision.
I think that's a tough fight. It's a true 50-50 for me, but I'm a lean towards Triple G.
No, that's
I
fair.
got Triple G.
I love Triple G as well, so
Yeah,
that'd be a
Triple G.
fight I would have loved to see. Let's be honest. You still watch it on replay, and I went to live for this fight. But just as a boxing, like if you're a boxing fan, you have to go back and watch old fights. Going back and watching marvelous Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns in that 3-round war.
Oh,
It's
hell
just
yeah.
heaven for a boxing fan. It's heaven. Just going back and watching that.
How about this? How about this for a fantasy? How about you get any of y'all remember this guy, Wilfredo Benitez, El Radar? How about you get him up and you put him up against
Name, please. Is he cut out? Is he cut out? Was he about to say George Gamble?
I know, I think he froze him.
The camera froze.
Hopefully, we're going to say Cambosis.
Who were you going to say? You froze. Repeat yourself, son.
Oh, you can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
If any of y'all remember this guy, Wilfredo Benitez, El Radar.
Versus?
Trying to think, because he also. How about anybody at 154 of this era?
Charla?
Like, does Benitez can he go undisputed at 154?
Wait, hold on. Benitez versus Crawford right now.
Benitez.
Crawford.
That's a tough one.
That's a great fight.
That's a really good fight. That's a 50-50.
How about Benitez and I'll give you I got one. Benitez and Errol Spence.
Benitez.
Benitez.
It's not Spence. I legit. If Spence needs to prove something if he's fighting Vendora next, because one, he's criminal. He's on the pound for pound list, but two, if he loses that fight, which he could very well, it's retirement time for Spence. Do we all agree?
Well, absolutely. If he loses Vendora, right?
G. Jesus says, the problem I have with Pitbull Cruz is that he gets frustrated when things don't go his way, which makes him start getting sloppy. Is this true?
I mean, he looked pretty disciplined against Davis, but I don't know.
I mean, he
has his moments.
I mean,
he looked disciplined, beating the shit out of Raleigh.
That's what I say.
Everybody still looked good beating Raleigh.
Well, I mean, not gonna lie, I think Kid probably could knock Raleigh out too.
I think anyone in this call could knock Raleigh out.
I think my own mother in the living room can knock out Raleigh.
Oh man!
So you guys,
who we got for this fan? I got another fantasy.
You guys
fight.
are talking fantasy fights. I got one for you guys.
Oh, hold on, I got one first.
All right, Manny Pacquiao.
Hey,
Pacquiao.
Chavez Senior. Now, obviously, I guess Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao. Too fast. Knocked him out. Round 8.
I mean, Marcus gave him. He gave him top fights. Do you guys think Marcus is better than Chavez Senior? And I know Styles makes fights, but I think the style that
I feel like
wow. All right.
I feel like Marquez is a counter puncher and Chavez is offensive, so like Chavez is gonna have to put his nose in there and Pacquiao's punches, and I think Pacquiao's too fast.
Pacquiao's gonna make Chavez. Pacquiao's gonna make Chavez look worse than Chavez was against De La Hoya.
Hold on. We got two more big questions.
At that time, De La Hoya was younger than Chavez, though. But I don't know.
We got 3 more questions. Edgar Moreno, I'm definitely going to get you on the link next time. I see you here. Jerry Thomas says, what's your thought on people saying Duran loses to Pretty Boy? I think Duran murders him.
Wow. I actually think that Duran is probably the best fighter to beat Floyd.
Yes.
Well, stylistically,
Roberto kills him.
Well, Pretty Boy, he kills him. Money Mayweather, it could be close, and I actually got a fantasy one more fantasy.
I want to hear of Devin and Son then, because I'm not really putting fantasy fights up.
Hold on, the next two is who wins, Canelo or Roy? And I'm gonna tell you this: I got a lot of love for both guys. I'm personally picking Roy Jones Jr. He was
if it's in the primes, it's Roy.
But I'm gonna just tell you, I think Canelo's competitive with everybody, but I'm a big Roy guy, maybe too much of a Roy fan. I think he's probably one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen in my life.
Can I ask you a question? And please don't get on me over this.
Yeah. Go for it.
What was it like for you when Tava knocked Roy out?
That was hell.
Well,
What was it like for the son in New Jersey when Roman knocked out Kambosos?
or for a
That's what
time
it
Wilder
was
got
like.
knocked out by Fury.
well, I'll tell you one thing about this matchup: Canelo and Roy Jones. Now they could go. Now it depends because we're talking about
Canelo could catch him.
no, because I was saying it depends. If we're talking about the Roy Jones that Glenn Johnson knocked out, Canelo kills him.
That's
But if
true.
we're talking about
If we're talking about prime,
One hit.
prime Roy,
if
then
it's primes, it's Roy. It's Roy, and it's not even a question.
Roy's
And I love
just
Canelo.
different.
I actually don't think. Prime Roy,
I mean, if you want prime line, look at his run at super middleweight and then light heavyweight prime Roy. That was the prime Roy in '98.
I actually don't think Prime Roy would knock Canelo out. I think he'd beat Canelo by decision. I just think
Left
Canelo's
hook.
that good of a
Roy's
champ.
left hook was one of the best in the game. And to prove the point, and I'll give you the fights, and it's so entertaining to watch these fights. The Montel Griffin,
Oh,
fight.
shit.
You remember that?
The
When
one
Griffin,
round
you
destruction.
remember that? When Griffin in the first fight took the DQ loss and flopped. You remember that? And Roy's like, I'm going to get you, motherfucker. I know you just screwed me out my belt. You just put my perfect record by taking a cheap disqualification. I'm going to get you. You're nothing but a freak. And he kept on saying it. He kept on saying it and preaching it. And then when they rematched that one round, kill job by Roy. Killed him.
Did you just say that was a kill job?
Yeah, he killed him. It was like, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. And Roy went in there and he killed him in a round.
Yeah, Roy was a bad man, but I find, how about this? Since we got,
Oh my
Well,
God!
let Devin go
Don't
next.
even. Oh my God!
Antonio Garcia, get out. Pacquiao by murder.
Look,
It's a real question.
Look, come on.
It's a question.
Hey, no,
God,
I'm
it's
not
a
answering this. I'm not answering this. Y'all,
Even Son knows.
the hate for George is so damn real.
Even
Pacquiao for
Son
Kambosos.
knows.
Pacquiao with
What?
Kambosos would look like Crawford and Spence.
Yeah, come on.
Wait, Tech being George is what would look like as a replicate of Crawford and Spence.
Here's the
Basically,
fight.
yeah, what
I've
Pacquiao
got-
does to
I've got a fantasy fight which didn't happen in the 90s but should have happened.
What
And
is
if they were in the prime and it's a heavyweight fight.
Okay.
And I always thought this fight would be close, but you guys can tell me I'm wrong. David 2 and Mike Tyson in the primes. Because I wish we got that fight back in the 90s.
I'd still got Mike Tyson by destruction.
I think Mike is a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Mike.
I think Mike, but I think that would have been a fucking war.
It would have been one hell of a war.
No, Two is a good fighter. It's just, I just don't think he has the stamina, over Mike. That's the all.
I want to hear what Devin's the last two fantasy fights of Devin and then some.
I was gonna put Pacquiao on Kambosos. That's what I was gonna say.
So you're gonna troll.
Yeah.
Well, my
My
last one is a super middleweight, 168. Actually, no, it's not. Actually, not changed my mind. It was 154, Prime versus Prime. Miguel Cotto, Felix Tito Trinidad.
Oh, that's a good fight.
That's a fight.
Because I love. I brought it up because I brought it up because I love those two guys. Those two are my favorite Puerto Rican fighters of all time.
I gotta speak some truth here.
I got Tito.
I'm taking Tito, but I love Cotto. Like, true fact, and this is true fact here. When I was just a kid, I went on holiday in New York City.
Same.
This is truth. I went on holiday in New York City. With my parents, and officially 12 years ago to today. I'm 29 right now, so 12 years ago when I was just 17. Okay, I was in New York City, watching, and guess what? I went watching, and we were right around the time. Me, my dad, and his mate at work went watching. We were live in Madison Square Garden for Miguel Cotto versus Margarito 2.
Oh, that was my favorite Cotto fight.
Yeah. Legitimately, I was in Madison Square Garden. A couple of rows away from me was Evander Holyfield.
Okay, Holyfield Usyk, guys.
That's a good one.
Holyfield.
Real deal.
I got Usyk.
Holyfield. But
I got Holyfield.
How about you, Nuke? You didn't answer the question. Cotto?
Tito.
I'm Tito as well. But legit, go and watching Cotto Margarito too. Oh, I fucking loved it. It was great. And I was sat next, to like, how it was the mix of, like Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, all the South American folks were there. And I was next to, no, fucking no, put that comment away.
No.
Put that comment away.
No.
No, serious question. Does Andre Ward beat either one of these
Hell
guys?
no.
He might be
Better be
David
a hell no. Better be a
I
hell
think he
no.
beat Bebo, not better Viev.
He might
What?
be,
He
I
beats
think
Bebo? You
not better.
crazy? Are you crazy?
Hold on,
He has a
though.
chance against Bevo.
He does have a chance against me, man. Like, I know we hate on Andrew, but he had craft, man. He was so smart inside that ring. And I mean, I'm from Oakland, so I used to go to King's Gym and I used to see Andrew Ward fight. So I might be a little biased. I used to see him train all the time. And I'm just letting you guys know, man, he was elite.
I disagree.
I understand. I like Ward.
I get you I get you. You respect of him. This man robbed Sergey Kovalev twice with a decision.
The first fight, yeah.
Second fight. No, I'm kind of second fight's a robbery. Those were low blows, which the referee counted as
It
a
should have been
knockdown.
stopped as soon as he did. But he was winning the second fight. The first fight, he
They
got
were
dropped.
low blows, though.
Low blows all the time.
Kovalev never had sex after that second fight, bro.
So I'm gonna give you
The second fight, he was in control the whole time. The first fight, I'll give you guys that one.
He has control of his dick. That's the only thing out of control of.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If
BF knocks Ward out. Bivol decisions Ward.
I agree. I think Bivol beats him in a decision, and Better BF sends Ward straight to hell in 6 rounds.
And I still pick Golovkin over Ward. Ward took that fight.
Now I think Ward probably might beat David Benavidez, but these two dudes, no.
It'll be a close fight against Bebo, though. I think it'll be a way closer because he doesn't let you throw combinations. He'll start hugging right away as soon as Bebo gets close. He'll hug him. He'll do pot shots the whole fight. I think
he'll land low blows.
Be way better. I mean, if the ref doesn't call it, that's not Underwood's fault. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's the ref's job to call the low blows and give him a warning if it does happen. But I think it will be a good fight. I think it'll be a close fight though, and I got Ward by decision on that one.
Okay, Andre Ward or David Benavidez?
Ward. Benavidez has proven nothing.
Actually, yeah, okay, that one I'm gonna have to say, yeah, okay, that one I actually said, yeah, Andre Ward. How about Prime Cotto and Erislandy Lara?
Wait, hold on. I got Ward for Benavidez. I got Ward with a low blow.
I'm gonna go with Erislandy Lara.
Cotto Lara, Prime versus Prime. I go Cotto.
Cotto breaks him down.
Damn it.
How about a prime Sergio Martinez against 160 or 154 against a prime Canelo?
Oh, wow.
Martinez was crazy though.
Canelo Prime is 168. So if you brung Sergio up to 168, Prime Sergio, that's a good fight. No, that's a good fight. No, that's still a good
great fight.
Andre Ward looks like a fetus. And my brother says Andre the Nutcracker Ward. I said Quacker. Andre the Nutcracker Ward loses to both Bivol and Better BF. Sorry, but the only legit win I give him versus elite competition is Carl Froch.
I agree on that. Yeah, not my hero. Not my hero at all. And I'll tell you why. That man took Joe Calzaghe. He never wanted Calzaghe smoke, did Froch. And by the way, Andre Ward, Joe Calzaghe. If anyone argues Andre Ward winning that fight, you need to have your boxing IQ removed.
And listen, guys, this is the fight that should have happened, and this is the fight. I know we can't go back in time, but this guy hates Canelo so much. Who wins? I'm sorry, James Tony Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo.
Tony can't box.
The hate is ridiculous from that guy. But yeah.
What about me and Manny Pacquiao, 135?
Pacquiao.
You want to die, bro?
All right, guys. We're gonna sign up. Hold on. Any final thoughts, anybody, or any last questions?
I presume next week it's predictions over the June 1st card.
Yes.
Anyone on this weekend to talk aftermath of Catterall Taylor?
I will be watching that fight live, and I'm sticking with what I said. I'm thinking Catterall
I'll be watching it.
Man.
So here's the thing. I'll be catching that fight on replay. I'm actually out in Manchester at an event in Manchester, so I'll be late night Saturday night. So I'll be out in Manchester, but I'll be back, home to watch. Hopefully, I'll be back in time for the main event. If not, I'll be watching it on replay as soon as I get in.
All right. Anybody else got anything else?
Well,
Ryan
good.
Garcia did. He had loaded gloves.
The son of
I
Campbell.
was- Well, first I was gonna say, yo, you with the Cambosa shit, bro.
I'm sorry.
Anyways,
You're gonna have that for months
gonna-
on end.
I was gonna say, since Mr. Devin, can't say his name on here, since he brought up Pacquiao, how about you want to, since because Shakur Stevenson, I remember said in an interview, he said he thinks he would smoke a prime Pacquiao. That was 25. So,
no.
how about that one? Shakur,
There's no way.
Stevenson.
You pick Shakur Stevenson, Nuke?
And now I'm picking Pacquiao.
Oh, I thought because
Pacquiao by TKO and 8.
I thought you said Shakur Stevenson. I was
No,
about to say
if it came out wrong, I think Pacquiao smokes him.
prime Pacquiao,
Pacquiao knocks him out.
The Pacquiao that destroyed Morales, Barrera, that one.
Okay, Royal
there you go.
Ricardo said, Nuke, you should give your viewers which panelists should be kicked off the panel. So the next live, I'll tell you what, we'll do a little vote or a poll or something, and we'll see who the weakest link is. The son of Cambosis, Cruising, Devin, or Shit
It'll be
Kid.
me. It'll be me because the 8 man.
That'll be me.
Everybody
It'll
loves
probably be
Hit
because
Kid.
I picked North. So I
I'm
mean,
sorry, Hit
It
Kid
should,
grandfathered in.
it should be something for the Cambosis pick.
Just for one kick, bro.
Nah,
Hit Kid is
hit-
grandfathered in. Had the son of New Jersey never picked Cambosis, he'd be grandfathered in. So right
Hit Kid
now,
is the GOAT.
only Hit Kid is grandfathered in.
Hit
Yeah.
Kid is the GOAT.
No, this will change in case Virgil beats Tim.
Oh yeah, like I said, Virgil is not. I don't know what you see in Virgil, but he's not that dude. Tim Tszyu by knockout. Tim Tszyu by knockout.
oh my God.
I changed my pick.
He's not that
There
dude.
you go.
Virgil has not fought anybody on that level due to elite level experience.
Nuke, I changed my
Is
pick.
going to knock this kid into next week.
Nuke, I changed my pick. Pretendedly, I changed my pick. Son's picking him now. My confidence is gone.
Listen, the son of Australia, I want you to be on this live immediately after the Virgil Ortiz Tim Tszyu. And if Virgil Ortiz loses, I want you to troll the shit out of me. But if he wins, oh man.
I mean,
Wait, can I say-
everyone has that fight as a 50-50. So it
Yes,
goes
me
either way.
included, going for Sue.
But I'm picking Tszyu as well. Everybody on this panel is picking Tszyu. You're the only one that's picking Virgil to win this.
I'm picking Virgil as well.
Oh, Cruising!
I'm picking Virgil as well. I mean, he's won all his fights by knockout, man. I mean, come on.
Against who? Against who?
But that proves he's got power.
Tszyu's
Man.
next.
We'll see if that when the
We'll
fight
see.
does happen.
But
We'll be back.
Virgil's
We'll be
power,
back.
Virgil's power needs to carry. If it doesn't carry, he's getting stopped.
I think it depends on whether
my
Zook can take it.
God.
I think it depends on
Oh,
whether
we don't
Zook can
care.
take it.
And can
Like,
his
if
body
you can-
take it? You know, can Virgil's body take Sue's assault?
No,
I think if Zoo,
Tim Tszyu is not going to be able to stand up to that jab. The jab's going to wear out Tim Tszyu.
I think if
No,
Zook can
I
take the
don't
punch,
even-
he wins. If not, he gets stopped pretty early.
I
think-
don't even.
I think we saw Tim Sue take punishment with a cut in the last fight.
Yeah, but
Like he
They
was
say
getting
Virgil
with
hits
clean
hard as he does.
shots.
But I think
Hell,
that Virgil
I
hits
don't-
hard as
I-
the door.
Legit, the only reason Tim Sue has a loss is because of a fluke. That's all I'll say.
I'm not counting that against Tim Tszyu at all. I look
That's
at
what I
him as
mean.
an
That's
undefeated
what I mean.
fighter.
But I just don't like. And listen, I love Virgil Ortiz. I think Virgil Ortiz is a great fighter. It's why I love this fight. I've said to Nuke, I think it's fight of the year. At least at least of a matchup.
It's a great fight. It's a
Because
great fight.
I think the winner. I think the winner of this fight is going to clear out 154.
Because
I can
probably
see that.
the winner will get Terrence Crawford, and also by the
Oh,
way,
that'd be the manager.
Oh, that'd be a great fight.
No, it is a hot take. Winner of this
Okay.
beats Terrence Crawford.
And look, I know I got it right because Raider from LA said Virgil going to beat Tim
He's
Tszyu.
not,
He's
no.
never wrong. He's never wrong.
I don't even think Virgil
I mean,
beats
he a Raider
Jerron
fan.
Boots.
He-
I don't
he's
even
right
think he
on
beats
my
Boots Ennis.
Oh man,
I don't
that
even
was
think
strong.
he beats Boots Ennis. I don't even think so.
Oh man, he's a Raider fan.
Well, that's a good
Raider
one.
fan, so he's right on my book, man. I'm from Oakland, so he knows what he's talking about.
That's a good one.
Well, I'll
Virgil
be-
versus Boots.
Well, I'll be on this live after Zoo cooks Virgil Ortiz.
I'm not going that far because I do think it's a 50-50 fight.
I said
Yeah,
fights
same.
can be 50-50, but you know, even in 50-50 fights, fighters can get cooked.
All right, guys, man. We'll sign off. We'll get to you next
Sign
time.
off.
Thank
Well,
you so much.
That's
Ben.
a
man.
great.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that fight. And
Yeah,
when is
no,
that? Is that September? If I
September.
remember. Is it September or
August
August?
3rd. August 3rd.
August.
August 3rd. Can't wait
All
for that fight.
Salute, fellas.
On the
Peace.
card.
Have
On the
a, have
card.
a good
All
Have a
right,
good
man.
night,
Thanks for having
everybody.
me on, bro.
Salute.
Appreciate it.
Nuke, always appreciated.
Always salute, family.